And here we are. Hold on. Let me get the echo stopped. And
Yeah, I meant to call you.
there you are. Okay. Good morning, folks. Hello. How are you doing?
Good morning.
All right, let me get a couple of cameras straightened out here. How are y'all doing this morning after a week off? I missed you guys.
Yeah, I got some harassment from somebody about not being available last week. It's like, no, it was like all of the Troll Lord streams were taken over by Virtual Greyhawk Con.
Yes.
Yeah, but by the time this time slot had come up last week, I had played. I just finished running a session and played in 6 others over from Friday to then, and I still had one other to go. No, I'm sorry, that was 7, because then I had a game at 3:00 that day, and that was number 8.
I thought it was a great con.
Oh, I don't want
to.
There was an
great.
incredible
Didn't
game.
one of the games get canceled?
Yeah, that would have been number. That I was supposed to play in that game as well. And as sad as I am that for John that he got the flu, that ended up being a very good thing for me because that was a bridge too far.
Starting at 10 at night and going till 1 in the morning.
I really hope he does the part 2 of that campaign because that was so much fun.
Tracy, if history is any guidance, it'll never happen because he'll remember every so often and say, "Yeah, no, we really should do that." I'm still waiting on the one from like 2 years ago, where we were all like investigating this temple or something.
That's a bummer.
Nothing like a game that never gets finished. I have left thousands of them in my past.
For whatever reason. Monsters of the Week says hello. Remember them?
Oh, yeah, I do.
We're on the left on the, what was it, the BVEG fight? Never went back.
I had forgotten where we were with that.
We were fighting that golem. He had like something stuck in his chest. And we were in that underground city.
Anyways, I'm going to interrupt. Do you guys remember what you were doing last time?
Something with
God, no.
I do.
We had fought off. Go ahead.
We just killed most of the prisoners, and Nadia convinced me to not kill Kilo or whatever the heck her name is.
Kirana.
You.
You held the hands of one of them, so I don't want to hear. I blooded you with his splatter.
Anyways, there were some executions for banditry. You still have 2 people alive, although you did lose one of your guard contingent to spider poison when you were attacked by spiders. Now, the question is, what do you guys want to do? You have reasons to believe that you're walking into a trap headed towards Castle 11. Do you go into that anyways? Do you approach with caution to feel it out? Do you turn and go in another direction? This is entirely up to you.
It is.
Thorn's going to say, if you know a trap is a trap, it's no longer a trap. You're ready for it.
Yeah.
Thorn, what's your goal? Are we gonna take down Captain Gallardo? Is that banditry? What's your plan with Gallardo?
Well, first of all, we need to find out why Vig is so important. There's a bigger story there. We need to find out why he's so important and end that threat. Either end Vig or end what wants Vig.
Good point. He is a threat, probably even to his own. What's the guy called in the castle? The owner.
Lord.
The Lord of right. He's probably and maybe that's why that Lord wanted to get his daughter out. Good point.
Maybe.
Valid. He's a bad guy.
There's a lot of questions. If only you had somebody you could interrogate.
Well, I mean, we sort of do, but
I
Well,
wonder
if she's
if,
under a curse, she's only going to spew about seeing the light as far as if
Right.
the other prisoners are any
I'm
indicator.
thinking he might be hinting at Vig.
Vig, I forgot
I give
about
no hints.
the-
I just mislead.
wait, we
No,
got
I
Vig, yeah.
forgot about that.
I didn't forget about him, but we don't want him
No,
speaking because
no,
he
no,
can
no,
use
not-
magic.
Not Vig, not well, yeah, he can, but the whole I bathed in the waters and saw the light. The light is the way. I forgot about that. This wacky cult.
You don't know what. You've got that prisoner. You could question her.
We haven't taken the gag out of her mouth, have we?
No, and you only take the gag out when Vig is being fed, and I imagine that Oren stands there with his sharp axe at the ready while he's eating to make sure nothing happens. But Vig has been the model citizen. He has not resisted, except for the one time when Corona got the wagon door open. He tried against his restraints to get out of the wagon. Other than that, he has been a model citizen.
Because we keep him drugged.
Here's an idea. What, Nadia? Can you make yourself look like other people? Although you've not. Well, ooh, how would you make yourself? Can you even
Well,
do that? My thought here. I'm presuming this conversation is happening nowhere near our prisoners, right?
I would assume so. Yes.
What if we try to trick Vig into thinking either we're somebody else or we want, like, maybe one of us wants to know about, like, this religion, this blue light, this waters, that maybe we've just had a bad life and just need something better.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah, yes.
Vig's been with us for over a week now.
Yes.
The only people that show up are the people that are trying to save him. He's not going to suddenly believe that one of us wants to be bathed in the water.
But maybe he does after the roadside executions. Maybe that's pushing somebody a little
Several levels higher than us.
What's a level?
What's the level? He's more powerful than you.
Yeah.
But then again, he's an illusionist. All right, I'm going to interrupt this train of thought for two things. First, let's introduce our players and their characters, starting with I guess that's my left over there. We have Nadia. Nadia, introduce the player behind Nadia and tell us about Nadia.
Yes, I am Rob, Phantom NJ. You can find me all over the place, including in the Troll Lord in Discord. And I am playing Nadia, illusionist du jour, and trying to keep herself out of trouble, apparently by getting in more trouble, and, well, trouble always finds her, so she's just, surrounded by trouble.
All right.
Loves that about you.
Speaking of which, let's talk about Dacklish. Introduce yourself and your Dacklish.
I'm Dacklish Luckspindle, a tiny gnome rogue, who has been keeping their own in the land of rough and tough boys, and I'm a boy too, and really adores having Nadia around, and admires her spunk and that she's kicking it. So that's little Dacklish.
All right, let's go down and let's talk about Hasek. Hasek is played by Remen. Tell us about Hasek.
Hasek is a dwarf fighter, and he loves to fight, and he is here for a good time.
Always
He
the
loves to
easiest to
fight
get along
for
with.
his right to party.
Always.
Yes.
He just wants some beer. That's all.
And last but not least, the unwilling leader of our party, Oren. Tell us about Oren.
Am Orange Lovely, sworn knight of the realm, who is now starting out on his own. And like you said, kind of the reluctant leader of the party, trying to throw out good decisions, but nobody seems to want to listen to them. So he's just herding the cats as best he can at this point.
All right. Now, one other thing I want to bring up is I did apply experience points for the last session, and it appears that somebody has leveled up. No, Nadia, it wasn't you, unfortunately. It was Daklish. Daklish is now going to be a level 3 rogue.
Oh, heck yeah, baby.
At,
life of an illusionist.
at your next overnight rest, you'll be able to roll hit points and level yourself up.
Fantastic.
Suddenly, Daklish is very, very tired. We should rest before
Oh,
we
we
make a
should
decision.
rest.
Well, it's still early in the
well,
day.
here's-
You encountered the spiders, and then afterwards decided that, I guess Oren had decided that he'd had enough of dealing with duplicity and rogues, and the fact that he had mouths to feed that he wasn't responsible for, I guess, and dwindled the population of your prisoners down to 2. And you guys are still standing there.
Which means
Yeah.
less hunting for us to do, less rations to share.
Are you just going to leave the bodies of the dead there for
Yep.
for the animals?
We
Okay.
discussed that last time.
Excellent.
We weren't going
And
to waste time burying them.
It's at the road.
But
So
we are going to bury the one dead soldier, though. He deserves a burial.
I don't suppose we're near a crossroad between Aubrey and Castle 11 that would take us to, what is it?
well, the next closest Dugesalon is a long way off. There is a city that is much closer, Sinish, or Sinsich.
Okay.
Sinsich. That's it.
Sinsich.
Sinsich is a lot closer, and probably another day down the road in the direction of Castle 11, there is a crossroads that departs towards Sinish, which is Castle 11 and Aubrey Castle are mainly castles. They have towns that sprung up around them. Sinish is a full-on city, probably the biggest city in the area.
So, 2 things could happen. We could go there, and this town has also been overtaken by this cult. Or we can go there and get more help for what's going on in Castle 11.
There's also a metric crap ton more eyes spying on us that we can't control.
And who are we going to?
Yeah,
who are we going
Mr.
to turn
Pop,
to?
we start early.
Do you know anyone in this town?
I would venture to guess that Daklish probably knows Thieves Guild members there.
Okay.
There is an actual Thieves Guild. Any town big enough to be a black dot on the map will have a Thieves Guild chapter there. And you may or may not know somebody personally, but you have contacts. As for the rest of you, it's up to your history whether or not, and Daklish as well, whether or not you actually know anybody in that town.
I grew up in Dugesalon.
I have no history in this area. I'm not from.
Not from these parts.
No,
Well, Oren, I mean, taking your lead as our leader, ad hoc leader, whatever. Do you want to? Do you want to get more help? I mean, or see, or just see what's going on.
At this
Go.
point, Oren knows that we're like, what, 2 days out of Castle 11? Or 3?
Well, you'll be 3 at the end of the day. You've halted about halfway through your travel to deal with the spiders, and then
And this town of Sinsish or whatever is more like another week away.
It's
judging the distances.
Oh, well, a day per hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 days.
And we're
And
headed to
then from
Aubrey.
there,
No, you're headed to
we're headed
11,
to
which is
11.
3 days away. Sanish is a little bit farther.
and then we'd have to go from Sanish back to Castle 11, which adds another week of travel. So Oren's going to look at Daklish and say, if you think you can get information from the Thieves Guild there in the town, reliable information, and if they're willing to help us somehow, I'm all for heading towards Sanish. We could camp a day and a half outside while you run inside and find your contacts. I don't feel comfortable going into the city with so many eyes on Vig. He's easier to guard.
Daklish, are you going to tell him that your contacts are a Thieves Guild?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oren's not
that's-
going to be surprised at this news.
That's known, sure. Yeah. I mean, just because they're in a thieves guild doesn't mean that they're all bad, right? I mean,
No.
they deal in
information.
information, they deal in
They
stolen
deal
goods.
in a lot
but
of
they
things.
so there could be some good information to be gotten from. I guess we'll just go with calling it Sanish, even though there's that extra S that makes it sound wacky.
Yes, I like, since it's,
Sin City. We'll just call it Sin City.
You know, the capital of the thieves guild.
And Oren being
I don't want to make too much fun of it. I don't want to bring down the wrath of Chenault.
No, we don't. You're right.
This is their world, and we are fortunate enough to get to play in it.
I mean,
And
you do
Oren
that, you
being
might throw a
the-
river at you.
Oren being an experienced knight of many decades, he knows that Thieves Guild isn't necessarily an evil source of.
All right, so we're gonna do that. We'll head towards
it
Sanish,
actually,
camp outside. I will run in. Maybe take someone with me. Maybe Nadia
Well,
can come with me.
it's going to
or-
take several days to get to Sinsish. You're not just going to run off.
But right. No, I mean once I get there.
Yeah.
Right. You guys are gonna camp outside.
all right.
Okay.
So you're going to continue on the
Plan
road for the rest of your day?
We'll try to get information. Try to get some additional help to go back to Castle 11 with. Maybe some. Yeah. See if there's trustworthy people to let them know what we think is going on.
All right. I believe last time we had already rolled encounters for
I
the
would
day.
caution you not to mention
Jingo, you're on
Big's
mute.
name.
I was pressing the wrong button. What does this button do? Not what I expect it to do.
I'm like, why isn't Jingo talking? And then I look and I see your mouth moving. And, yeah.
I'm talking to myself. That way I never tell no lies.
There you go. Okay, so we're gonna
You're going to continue on. We've already had our daytime encounters. The two dwarves that you rescued from the spiders, who were very thankful, they were your daytime encounter. Evening comes. Let's have one evening encounter. Let me bring up my encounter table here.
for the act of asking, were the dwarves incredibly thankful that we saved them from absolute
No, they already ran
death?
off.
Yes, they were. Actually, no, they haven't gone too far.
We had to help get their wagon out of the way.
Yeah, they didn't have much in the way of wealth. They were, commoners with iron goods to sell, skillets and such.
Right, Hasek got a skillet, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, I did.
This is good. Okay.
So was that a primary skillet or a secondary skillet?
It's,
So we've learned that Oren is a father.
All right. Evening comes. You set up your camp. I will take, first let's start with Oren. Oren, roll me a d12 for an encounter roll.
Presuming this overnight camp is a long rest, right?
It is. Okay. Hasek, roll me a d12.
As I look.
Oh, wow. And Daklish, roll me a d12.
D12, yes, sir. What we're going for a 1 is an encounter, right?
A 1 is an encounter. It is an absolutely gorgeous night. There's a crescent moon. The stars are twinkling in the sky. There's a nice little breeze. And, the night goes uneventful. But during Daklish's watch, he's got that extra acute hearing. Let's have that extra acute hearing check from Daklish.
Let's do that. Extra acute enhanced hearing. This
Whatever
one,
they
right?
call it, yes.
Yep, that's it. Oh, man. Apparently, I am so tired, I sleep like a rock.
Gaining all
With
that
a-
experience has just worn her right out.
With a natural 1.
You're not supposed to be sleeping on your watching it, sir.
Daklish was on second watch. Sometime around the middle of fourth watch, Hasek wakes up and hears Daklish snoring. Daklish slept and you didn't have a third watch. Because that was a watch where you were missing a guard. And so, thankfully, nothing happened. However, I will take wisdom checks from everybody else during the night.
Wisdom check. Okay.
Nope.
Can see it's going
You
to be
know
that
what?
kind of day.
Fighting those spiders took a lot out of us. We needed.
Evidently, it did.
We saw nothing.
In my defense, I was technically dead for that fight. So I'm
We
really,
saw
really
nothing, we
tired.
heard nothing, we know nothing, and we're better for it.
Yes, you
I
are.
know nothing.
Saw
The ne-
nothing. Yep.
The next day, let's start with an encounter roll from Nadia. This is your fourth day. We'll move you forward on the map that the audience can't see because we're not sharing it yet.
Oh, map. So if I click my token, there's an. Oh,
It was a
no, we're
D12 you
still
wanted,
the
right?
Oh
spider
yeah,
map.
no, we're not on that
That's a
map.
6. A 6-sided dice, I think.
For a daytime
Was-
encounter is a D6, yes.
Ah.
There's a much better chance of an encounter during the day. All right, that was 1. Oren, give me another D6.
I'm scared.
I know we've been rolling. Oh, boy, we hear something wicked this
I'll
way.
take
We hear-
wisdom checks from everybody. That was a close encounter. It's not necessarily an excellent encounter, but
Yeah, because everything is going great.
Nat 20 from
Yeah,
Daklish.
that's better.
There we
and a
go.
19.
Nadia with the 19.
Yeah, we got some 20s and overs here.
Well, I don't notice anything.
Well,
Oren, is wisdom a prime for you?
After realizing that we slept through the night and missed like half the watches, we're all very hyper aware.
Actually, mine's a -1. I didn't roll my wisdom dice. I just rolled a straight 20.
all right, all good.
Mine's
all
actually
good.
a 12.
Well, Daklish, you and Nadia, as you guys reach the crossroads where the road splits off, there's a signpost that says Casa 11, pointing down the way you guys came up from a couple weeks back, and then another signpost pointing to Sinsich. And you guys are standing at the crossroads for a minute, and Daklish and Nadia, you spot movement on a hilltop in the distance, and you guys both see what looks like a small pack of wolves, and then they move into the trees. They were not close. All right, Hasek, let's have that third encounter check.
Oh man. But how the rolls have been going. Yep.
Oh, there's another 2. Okay, another
All
close
right.
encounter.
Wisdom checks again.
One more, and we'll have a close encounter of the third kind. Wisdom.
Well, I got one more than last time. I'll take it.
Well,
Oh,
nearly dying really takes it out of your brain.
I guess.
come on, Natty. What are you gonna roll? Let's see. Give us a big number, because we
Big
got
whammy,
nothing.
big whammy.
5, 6, 7. Hey, look at that. 5, 6, 7.
7, 11.
Rob, you there?
Oh, sorry. What was that?
Wisdom check, please.
Wisdom
Wisdom
check.
check. I got distracted by something.
It happened.
Hey,
I did that to John during the Greyhawk Con.
Jingo.
He's like, Tracy, are you
Yes,
okay?
sir.
That is 12
I'm rolling
non-con.
wisdom, but it's still adding 1 to it and not negative.
Because it adds your level.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Ah,
Yes,
There you
it adds your
So it
level.
should be adding 2, but instead it's only
Yes,
adding 1.
it's adding 2 and subtracting the 1. All right. You guys, the rest of the day goes uneventful. This particular road is also not well traveled. It is Dacklish, being a local, would know that this is the back road between Sinish and Aubrey Castle, that there is a direct road. And so this is not a very well traveled road.
okay.
Great.
When do we want to roll for my HP?
Right now, when you wake up in the morning,
Okay.
roll a d6. Now, I will give you this. You can roll, and you can take your roll. If you don't like your roll, you can take my roll, but you must take my roll.
Okay. 4. I think I'll take
stick
that.
with that.
I'll take the 4.
Okay, adjust your hit points by 4.
Where's my hit points?
I would have
at?
gotten a 3.
Hit
so-
point. Oh, right there. So 14.
Yep, just
Up to
adjust it up to 14. Let me see
And
if
then
your base to hit goes up. It might actually at this
and then
level.
I get a new skill. I can hide. I can move silently while hidden with a -5 penalty to both checks.
Nice.
So I guess I would go to class. Do I have to like drag the class on me?
Yeah, you should be able to drag the class onto you.
Oh, do I have to like make my level 3 or just dragging the class?
When you
will
drag
do
the
that?
class on you, it should do that.
Okay.
It might even roll hit points, but I don't like the random hit point roll, which is why I'd rather let you do yours. But yeah, go ahead and drag the class onto the class slot on the character sheet. It should level you up.
No, rogue. Castle.
So Dacklish is level 3.
Dacklish is level 3, yeah, because it requires less experience points
Oh,
for
yeah,
her to
no,
be
no,
level 3 than it does for you to be level 2.
I'm aware.
It's not working. I grabbed
Push.
from like the player's handbook and drop it
Did
onto.
you- Here, let me see if it'll let me do it.
I think you have to actually click on.
You have to drag the little dragon symbol next to
Yeah, yeah. That's
No, you have to
exactly-
actually open your. What are
Yeah,
you? The rogue.
I have my.
Click
my
on
main-
rogue and then click on the dragon one on the box. That rogue pops up.
there. And we won't accept
Oh.
that hit point roll. There, I did it.
One.
I allowed it for you, yeah. It automatically
Great.
rolls hit points, but I don't like that. Hit points are something that should be entirely in your control.
And so then I should have hide. Yep, there it is. Hide. Rogue.
And then 14 out of 18 hit points at third level is not bad.
All right. Thank you.
All right. The fifth
Just
evening
stop
comes.
going up and hugging spiders. You'll be fine.
I know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders.
I don't even think spiders are a fan of spiders.
Well, and it wasn't just spiders. It was that weird spider guy thing. What was he called?
Spider
The Ettercap.
Spider guy.
Eder Cap?
Yeah, Ettercap. Ettercap.
For the record, Oren's not a big fan of him either.
Yeah, that guy was way not good.
He nearly killed Orin.
Yeah, that was a bad fight. Okay. Groovy. Thanks.
Groovy.
Groovy, baby. Yeah. A thorn by any other name.
Somebody
That's
shouldn't
the
be
title.
watching Scooby-Doo.
That's the title of this
streams.
chapter. The first chapter where you captured Vig was Thorns of the Rose, because you were escorting Lady Rose. This one, if you finish out A Thorn by Any Other Name,
Is Vig.
is still a...
Did you just expose the whole plot right there?
No, I just exposed the pun that is the chapter title.
Got it. All right. Ready, people?
We're ready. All right. I've moved you along. You are now on the road to Sinsis. Fifth night. Let's have encounter checks. Let's see. We were on Daklish. Roll a d12.
Oh, because we're camping for the night.
Because you are camping for the night, yes.
Two
Okay. Nadia, roll a d12.
All right.
Ta-da.
And Oren, roll a d12.
Go.
All right. This night, you guys definitely hear it in the distance, the sound of drums coming from
Like-
the west, possibly, or coming from south and west, possibly across the river, which by now is miles and miles away, but drums carry on the night, and you hear drums. And Oren, when you hear the drums, being the goblin killer that you are, you recognize that they're goblin hunting drums.
So not drums by goblins, but drums.
No, yes, drums by goblins. Drums that goblins pound when they are.
Oh, I didn't know if it was people going on a goblin hunt or
No,
goblins
it's
hunting.
goblins going on a people hunt.
Okay.
So are
Or
they
some
goblin
sort.
hunting drums, or are they
People.
goblin hunting drums?
I mean, with the exception of Nadia, I think we all have the racial hatred of goblins, right? So.
No, but Oren is a goblin slayer. It's my prime
Oh,
ability.
it's your thing.
But
So Oren's. I mean, you said we're all hearing it, so we're all awake at this point. We haven't started. watch
yes,
yet,
as
or-
at some point during the night, you'll roll over and you can hear the drums in the distance. They are loud enough. I'll take wisdom checks from or intelligence checks, whichever you choose. But I'll give
Oh, well,
everybody one.
that's easy for me.
they're both
Yeah.
crappy. So let's just swap over to intellect just for.
Yep.
shits and
I
giggles.
wonder which one the illusionist will be taking.
Oh, look
You're
at
right.
me.
Oh, you just missed it. Well, you're not.
16 prime.
Yeah, I got a 23 prime.
Mine's not.
All right. Listening to those drums and knowing how far the river is, you're pretty sure those drums are on this side of the river.
Are they like close to Castle 11, or it's kind of just
It's
traveling up
really,
the road?
really hard to tell, but usually it's not entirely uncommon to hear goblin drums coming from the darkened fold across the river, but these sound closer. There's a goblin hunting party on this side of the river, somewhere in Kayamar.
Interesting. Okay. But not close to us.
Oren's going to go up to the guards and tell them from here on out, be on super high alert. We've encountered goblins before, so they may be hunting us. Especially with Vig still as our prisoner.
Would goblins care about a reward?
You don't know what goblins would care about.
Oren's going to walk up to Daklish in the morning and basically, lad, is that bird of yours still around?
It sure is. Somewhere. what I name the bird?
Bird.
No. I call this
Raven.
else, but crow. But I wrote it down. Anyway,
You did write
yep.
it down. Anyway. Oren's going to suggest that maybe you send him out ahead of us in the day and have him come back if he sees something on the road ahead of us, anything, so we can be aware. We already know there's goblins behind us.
Good idea.
Let's not get flanked on both sides.
Question, Jingo.
Hasn't been a week yet.
Has it been a week yet?
It has been 5 days.
So I'm still working on teaching it fetch. Okay, so yeah, I'll whatever, rub my little ring and call my crow. I can't find the name I wrote down for the crow. I was so happy with it. And I will communicate to my crow. Hey, crow. Okay, bird. You fly up the road. If you see anything, people, bad guys, come back and tell me. And hopefully that works. Was that too complicated to convey to crow?
It will go out flying.
Okay. Good bird. Mwah.
He'll come back. Rabbit! Rabbit! There's a rabbit!
Probably.
Squirrel! Squirrel!
Okay.
All right. Day 6 in uncharted territory. Let's see, where did we leave off encounter rolls? I believe it is Hasek's turn.
Here it is.
Yep.
The bird's name is Carl.
D6.
All right.
I named it.
All right. Daklish, encounter roll, D6.
D6. Yeah.
And Nadia, D6.
Well, this is turning into a boring role-playing game.
Oh, no.
Ah, there it is.
Thanks a lot, Dak.
Somebody poked the bear. I'm not saying who, Tracy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Wasn't me that rolled.
But their name rhymes with Sacklick.
Wow.
That's very not touching that. And I need to. Okay, so we have an encounter.
You do. Give me a second. I am setting it up right now. Let me take all the things that we don't need on the counter. If you guys have too many horses, I need to kill them off.
You gave us the horses.
That's fantastic.
I know, that's why taking them away will be so satisfying.
Upon hearing Dacklish's comment about this being a boring trip, Oren's going to yell to the guards to be on high alert. Somebody just cursed us.
You know it.
Roach. Bess, let me share this map with you. Even though you're not on it yet. When you get on it, I'll allow you to rearrange things. Let's see. Oh, that's right. His horse is just named Horse.
Yes.
Hey.
And then Thunder. Why do I have an unidentified horse on here? That one. Have an extra horse.
Yeah, you had an extra horse last time, I think.
Yeah, no, we will remove
No, we're
that
all here.
one. Okay, there's Oren. Hasek. Nadia. And Daklish. Will it allow you to move the horse tokens around, or do I need to adjust those?
So far, cannot move Bess.
Yep. It's just us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, put yourself where you want to be. I'll move your horse there.
This is a daytime encounter, right? This is a daytime encounter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be
Don't
in.
forget the 3 guards.
I'm getting them, yes.
Okay. Is Sirenscape working? Or have you just not done sounds?
I have just not done any sounds yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Nadia is definitely not riding up front.
You know,
Let's
now that
give
I
it a
think of
test.
it, maybe Nadia, we can change places. I'll be up here chatting with Orin about maybe some.
I'm at the back of the
Oh,
wagon.
you're in the
I'm not
you're
at
in
the
the
front.
back. Oh,
Yes,
you're in the back.
I'm rear guarding right now.
I looked at this wagon wrongly. Okay, then I guess I'm in.
Yeah, wagon, the spar is pointing forward.
Yeah, Nadia kind of rides alongside because there is still is the unspoken thing where
Dacklish's horse is Roach, right? I'm sorry, didn't interrupt.
if worse comes to worse, Vig dies first.
Okay.
Right.
That's the threat that she gave at the beginning, and it's one she's holding on to.
All right, give me a second here to pull this up. And, all right. As you guys are...
But did you move my Nadia back up there for a reason?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead and move her back. I had just put her with the horse. You want the horse with her.
Yeah.
I moved the wrong token because...
No worries.
Actually, let's not do that. Let's do this. All right. Again, as you guys are moving along the road, you know, the birds are tweeting and the crickets are chirping and the frogs are croaking and, you know, and then it gets kind of quiet.
Boy.
Too quiet. Everybody stand ready.
All right.
Oh,
Let
why am
me...
Wait, I wanted to be over on this side of the road.
Right there, let me,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Just kind of riding alongside my pal Hussick. We're talking about the days of going into towns, getting drunk, ending up in jail, breaking out,
Fights.
starting just the good old days when life was easy.
All right.
Before Dacklish got all greedy with some big bounty reward quest.
Nope, that was not me. That was us getting
Just
set up.
Sure,
in
Vig
case.
was your idea.
Oh, bringing Vig in. Sure. But we got set up to, who knows, maybe we actually got set up to bring in Vig and it just happened to go along with my plans.
Who knows? There's definitely some skullduggery going on. Duggery of the skull. All right. I will take wisdom checks from everybody. Yeah, I know. Wisdom sucks.
Which class has wisdom? What's the...
Clerics and druids.
Or cleric.
Ah, right. I got a 18.
Oh my god, I got a 13.
Did I get hit on the head while we were sleeping or something? I just
Possibly. Anyways,
The
that
long
18
poison.
is a success. And because of that success, you are not surprised when movement in the tree from both sides as that wolf pack that has been stalking you for 2 days has caught up with you.
Okay,
wait,
so
the wolves are wearing stockings?
Yes.
they are. They're frisky.
Sexy.
Um,
Careful,
Can I-
lads, they're in heat.
can I roll a hearing to maybe get an idea of how many, where they are? Or it's obvious.
It's obvious. They were lurking in the trees, waiting for you to get close, and we're going to have initiative. Your 18 saved this from them having a surprise round on you.
Yeah. I'll take it.
All right. Looks like the horses won initiative. Thunder, well, but the horses will move on the actions of their riders.
I'll backtrack.
I'm going to name my short bow initiative so I can always grab initiative.
There you go.
Always nice. All right. The wolves. Oh, nice little sound effect there.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
You didn't?
I did.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, do I
Yeah.
have to like have the...
Sirenscape. Yep.
Yeah, no, but it was like as soon as I clicked on the tab.
Yeah, Sirenscape has been doing that. As long as you don't have the tab up, it will wait and it'll save up all the sounds and play them all at once once you bring up the tab.
That's annoying.
So
I've got running in Firefox and I have not had that problem.
maybe.
Works.
Yeah, I just
I use Opera. Okay.
I use Chrome, and I keep it open on my secondary screen. So
Yeah,
that,
I took it out of being tabbed with other things, so now it's by itself.
yeah, I have to have it by itself. I also have to have the Trollord Games chat by itself. Otherwise, where I've got the screen cap for the Twitch chat, it'll show you whatever browser I've got open.
Yeah.
All right.
One thing I can
So
hear
the
the
crow
birds, and I
did
have to
not
have the
warn
volume
us.
almost all the way up.
The crow did not warn you. The crow is going to be unreliable until it actually learns tricks.
Well, no, she told it to warn us of people and bad people,
No, I said people
not animals.
and no, I said
No,
big
you
things.
said
Big
said
things.
bad things. You said bad things.
Bird
I'm on for
has
the
a
red
brain
flag.
this
Can we get a
big.
replay?
No, that play is not challengeable.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, good lord.
There's a lot of wolves.
There are a lot of wolves. There's a lot of you.
Are they
All
like
all in front of us,
regular
so-
wolves?
They
Dire
are
wolves?
regular wolves. You guys couldn't handle dire wolves. This wolf is going to come up because the wolves get to go first, anyways.
No, well,
What's the one in
I
number?
thought they didn't. Oh, because they just won.
They want initiative. Yeah.
All of
When
them.
the number of wolves outnumbers my hit points, I'm worried.
Yeah, I know.
So
Oh no.
the wolves are not only wearing stockings; they have dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god. I need to go get. Do you hear the wolves?
They brought
And
their
this-
own dice tray.
Two of the wolves are attacking your horse.
That's why I can't hear Sirenscape. It's playing through my plug-in headphones, not my Bluetooth.
And the CK says you have too many horses.
Oh, okay. I had to close my blinds because my wolf was growling and barking at something.
Well, that was a net one. That's good.
Oh, that's a crit fail.
It is. In fact, let's see. I'm going to rule that wolf, which one crit failed? 26?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to rule that he got underneath that horse's hooves and got stepped on for 3 points of damage.
What'd you get for being cocky? Good lord, all the wolves won?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, this table groups them all together as a group.
Why does the overseer get to fight this round?
The overseer shouldn't be on the combat tracker.
It says you're
Yeah,
healthy.
it is. Yeah,
It is? Okay.
Before any of us, you get to go before, well, everybody but Dacklish.
That's well, no, Oren's in there.
No.
Nadia.
Oh, yeah.
Nadia goes.
No, it's just better
You're
than
just.
me, apparently.
Are you just last?
No,
And the castle guard.
Oh,
well,
no,
that's
Oren.
because I have it, so it doesn't show you guys the actual initiative order, does it?
Oh,
I'm
well,
guessing.
I
Looks
don't know.
like it.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah,
show you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
You're way down there.
there. Now you can't see me.
So sneak attacks by the overseer. Okay, great.
Let's see. Wolf number 3. Let me find him. We'll also try to take this horse. All right, that horse is hurting. The rest of the wolves kind of circle around and waiting to see what happens. Nadia. They're hoping to get one of these horses dead so that you guys will abandon it.
Yeah, we can't have that now. Well, crap. They're not really in a great spot for anything I want to do. Huh. Well,
Scottish Jeff, good morning. And thank you for
cast
the
a
sub.
spell. And I'm casting Illusionary Hound.
Ooh.
There we go.
The two dogs pop up to show. Two illusionary dogs pop up to help in the defense. Mostly by being a distraction.
All right. So you cast. Let me go ahead and put down a little circle where your two dogs appear. You have a 20-foot range. They can appear wherever you like. They look and smell like large war dogs and move in and about the caster's group. If the viewer fails at saving throw, the hounds act as real and act as more targets to be fought. They always miss their target, have an armor class of 12, and will die if they suffer any damage, but effectively providing 2 more targets.
How do you want me to put down the circle of drawing?
Yeah, actually, right-click, choose pointers, choose draw circle, and you can draw a little circle.
Huh.
That way it can be moved around as you see fit.
Well, that didn't really do what I wanted. Draw a circle.
And then you can click on the little square in the middle of the circle to move it around.
Alright. So that's where, well, I guess I get 2 of them, right?
Yes, you do.
Alright. That's where I want them.
Okay. Oren.
Oren and Thunder are going to charge the 3 wolves next to draft horse number 5.
All right. I will allow this. You can either take all 3 of your attacks on the first wolf you hit, or you can do hoof attacks on all 3 of the horses on all 3 of the wolves as you trample over them.
I was going to hop off of Thunder as we got to the wolves and let Thunder attack separately.
Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead and does that look good? That where you want him?
Oops. The one above me. There you go. He's going to attack that one. I'm going to attack this one. I'm going to attack 28. He's going to attack 32.
I will take his attacks for you. Unless you want to make the rolls.
Don't know how I would.
I don't think you are.
Got that wolf with a hoof. And then nip it with a bite. And hit that too.
Rich.
Those wolves sound like that. Oh wait, was that a crit?
That was a 20.
I didn't see that was a 20. All right, I'll add 2 more points to that wolf.
Yeah. Max damage. I like
Max
your system
damage.
of crits. Some DMs like to make it really complicated and add extra levels of things. And
I thought about making the upgrading it, making it max damage plus damage dice for critical hits, and we'll discuss that at some point because I don't want to divert from any of the regular rules of the game in any major way without discussing it with all my players first. That way, I'll get your opinions on what might sound broken. All right, Oren, what did you got? You got an attack with your battle axe, and you missed.
Yep. I think this is going to be one of my not better days.
not better days. That spider poison is just really hanging on.
The Aubrey Castle artillerist does not like that wolf chewing on his horse.
Yes, he listened to your ready for battle speech. Oh, we all have inspiration.
Yes, you do all have the inspiration. The other one will.
I guess my horse doesn't get that though, does he?
No, unfortunately. If he was a paladin's warhorse, I would say yes.
Wow, words hurt, Jingo.
Wow, wolves scream like people. That's not creepy at all.
All right. The artillerists concentrate their fire and kill one of the wolves.
Hey!
Daclus, you have yourself targeted.
I have myself targeted. Question: are these wolves at a distance that are right here on the left side? That I would get a ranged penalty, or like Wolf 2? Which one's chewing on my horse?
Wolf 2 is chewing on your horse, and so is Wolf 20.
So is Wolf 20. So
if you're on the horse, they're in melee range.
And not not.
Well, you know what? You're small and you have daggers. I would consider it a ranged attack because you're way up there on the horse, you wee little person, you.
Right. Well, I have my
got a hype train coming.
So I would like to do that.
Yes, I will absolutely allow you to fire.
Great. I'll go for Wolf 2. That's a hit.
Hey, Jingo.
Yes, sir.
There's a little red dot next to Roach that just says heavy on it.
That just shows if you notice, all of you have little dots that are green, red, or whatever. That dot determines how hurt they are. If it's red, danger, danger, danger. Roach is really hurt bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, damage on Wolf 2
Oh, the horses, okay.
Oh, max damage. There we go. Maybe Roach will get a quick kick in and finish that Wolfie off before it... Do they get to attack or they don't attack?
No, only war horses attack.
Only war horses attack.
Hasek.
Yes. I'm gonna get off my horse.
Okay.
Let's start with that.
You can get off in that square if you want so that you're close enough to engage that wolf.
Yep. So do I get an attack off at that then?
Yes, you do. If you want to move up on him.
You get that wolf.
I don't know.
That's a hit.
It's a hit. Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That hurts.
Fig the Deceiver will sit bound and gagged. So will Corona. Best the horse will do nothing. Aubrey Castle Guard 21. Well, hop down off his wagon and come to the aid of Orin. And miss.
Hey, he's inspired.
Oh, okay. I'll take the inspiration starting this round. Looks like he gets to go first, so it's +3, right?
Yep.
That's that inspiration is on to hit.
It's on to hit, and it's 2 rounds because he's second level. So everybody will get it this round and next round.
Okay. And hopefully the wolves get distracted by the new dogs on the block. Oh!
Oh, they will.
I
Wolf
see my
number
inspiration
2.
is as strong as my swings.
Wolf number 2 is hurt really bad. We're going to give it a wisdom check to, and no, it's hungry. It's going to kill your horse.
Wait, didn't it? It missed.
Nope, it hit.
It hit.
What was the attack 6?
That was the
that
guard
was
missed.
that was the guard.
Oh, wait a minute. I meant to do damage. That's not a critical because I already rolled a hit. Oh, no. Your
That was my
horse goes
Good thing
down.
it's a good thing I'm small. I can ride with anybody.
Make me a dexterity check.
Oh right, because I'm on the horse.
Because you're on the horse and your horse falls over dead.
You might be
Falls
under the
over.
horse. You're not careful.
Nah, I'm
No,
fine.
you land on your feet.
and do
Jingo,
a little backflip it while I'm at it. And
Jingo, do you want to? Do you have a screen for so we can show the map?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let me do that.
Someone just asked if we were playing Theater of the Mind.
we have a map. Great question, Jeff.
We do. Let me
If
get
goes
it
to-
shared with you.
So, by the way, the naming of the wolves is random. So we, the PCs, have no idea how many they are. So we have a wolf 38. So, it's
I
a
mean-
Hey,
cheap way.
For all we know, that could be a wolf 100.
I hope you're feeling better, my friend.
There we go.
There. Thanks for asking, though. That was good catch.
But yes, we do sometimes play Theater of the Mind, but I like to put the encounters out where everybody can see them. All right. Dacklish's horse went down. That's not good. And
Hey, I mean, life and death. We might have some dinner.
Orin's going to
Ooh.
yell over to Daclus. Well, I hope this is exciting enough for you.
all right, that was Wolf 2 brought the horse down. Wolf number 20 is going to
Not
come
going for
over. It's
not
going.
going-
It's starting to chew on your dead horse
Oh, because they're hungry.
because they're hungry. Yes. Let's see, number 28. Where's number 28?
I hope those drums aren't the goblin drums.
No, they're just drums to have music going.
Very good.
Nadia screams out, Dacklish, over to me.
Over to you.
Of course.
Monk.
A wolf can hit me, but I can't hit a wolf.
And he bites you.
And he bites
Wolf number 3 is also
Orin.
really hurt. This wolf has decided it had enough and is going to run. Hasek, you may have an attack on it.
Also, which one? The Wolf 3?
Wolf 3 is, yeah, it's hurt bad, and it's going to turn to run.
Yep, yeah, no, it is.
15, 20, 20. And it moves out into the trees to watch what the rest of the pack does. Wolf number 31. Gonna also come in and get him some of that dead horse. Wolf number 32, where's he at? Oh, he's right there. He's getting stomped on by thunder. He's gonna bite back. Ow. Hold on. I know that thunder has more hit points than that.
Yeah, he should have almost as much as me, I think.
Yeah, actually he has more than you. I think, maybe.
I thought he was 14.
14 or 18?
Well, I'm only 17.
Oh. All right. Well, the thing is that every time I load him onto the combat tracker, they think it's a random monster, so it randomly rolls his hit points.
Oh.
And so I have to go in and make him as a specific NPC with fixed hit points. And I have been lazy and not done that. Wolf number 38.
Not
Come
lazy, just so much to do at one given time. It's fine.
Bites at Illusionary Hound and misses. Illusionary Hound is still there. Wolf number 5 comes in to try to get a bite of Hasek's horse. And he does.
These
Oh
wolves have some
no.
strong ass jaws.
Wolves do a lot of damage. And it dragged your horse down. Wolf number 7. It's going to run right past you, Hasek, to try to get some of that dead horse. You can have an attack on him.
Awesome. I like this location.
That hit. Crushed the head of that wolf.
He gets a second attack, doesn't he?
Nothing in range.
Yeah.
When
You know
killed
what?
something, though.
I'll allow you to take 2 steps and attack wolf number 5. I know it's not rules as written, but rule of cool. All right. Vig sits quietly. Orin.
I'm going to inspire myself. No.
Oh, you don't get your own inspiration, do you? I think you do.
No, I don't think so. I inspire others. It doesn't apply to me. And I put that on the wolf, but the dice didn't roll. No.
Sometimes it happens.
Can I move? It might be. I think I was a little too close. I was overlapping. No, it's not letting me. It's not letting me roll on them.
Do this. Open the combat tracker.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm a moron. Never mind. I was rolling my charisma.
Oh, that won't help.
No, it won't. I was trying to intimidate him, and that did not work. I can't believe I can't hit a freaking wolf with an axe. This is pathetic.
You know, a horse, if attacked, will fight back. And actually, I didn't think about it. Dacklish's horse should have fought back, so I might give you a chance to save it. Because they do actually have attacks.
Yeah, they should get like a 2-hoof.
Okay.
Because I didn't look at the character sheet, but yes, it could have attacked, and you asked for that, and I dropped the ball on that, so.
Fine.
Thunder goes on Orin's turn. Dacklish, your turn.
Yeah, I was ready for if my horse died to get a new horse and name it Lightning. My turn.
Wait.
Wait.
You said Thunder goes on Orin's turn. Orin already went. Thunder should have should have been
Thunder.
attacking Wolf
All right,
32.
well then let's go ahead and have Thunder do his thing.
Good job, horse. Yes.
He's going to attack my wolf too.
Go horse! Oh my God, the horse.
The wolf is the best fighter in the party.
The horse is the best fighter in the party.
Don't you rolls with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
It's Dacklish's
all
turn.
right. So Nadia yelled for me to come close to her. Is that right?
Right now,
That's-
these three wolves are intent on chewing on your dead horse.
So my horse, we're confirming horse is dead.
Horse is dead. I will make
Okay.
it up to you in another way. but
That's-
horse is dead.
Well, then I'm gonna, so all three horses are entertained, not actively attacking me, not
Yep.
opportunity. So,
Yeah, none of the
we're
horses are attacking you.
we're in free
The wolves,
movement.
however,
But 1, 2, I can move 20. That's how many squares?
4.
1. I can't tell.
Oh, here, then let me lock the token so that you can count.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
No, that's all
it's
good.
so hard to see.
Sir,
the
make
little
my
grids.
day. Good morning.
There we go. So that's fantastic. All right, so I will move this 20 feet, and I'm just gonna use my bow. And
All right, if you move, you can only move half an attack. If you full move, it's
Oh.
just a move.
Okay, then move me back 10. Sure. So there, I will, and I'll try to finish off Wolf 2. Wolf 2. No. And I accidentally hit Wolf 31.
No, I haven't implemented a critical fumble yet. I don't think I will. Not until
I'm a sharpshooter, so nothing bad would happen.
yes.
I wouldn't hit.
I think once you guys get some levels, I might
Cool.
add a critical hit table and a critical fumble table, but those can be lethal, so they scare me.
They scare us.
It only really works to me if you have like a way to negate them.
A way to negate them or heal them, yeah. Because while beating you up is fun, killing the whole party is the least fun thing I could do in a game. All right, he's gonna. Wow. And overseer Hasek.
So, Husek is going to be very annoyed because he knows he has to walk now.
and very inspired.
So he is gonna grab that wolf by the neck, and he is going to drag him to the other 3 wolves on the left.
All right, then make me a grapple attack. It's on the combat tab of your character sheet.
Can I get a +3 for that? For
Yes, you do.
I will take that.
Oh, right. My +3 wouldn't help
That
anyway.
wouldn't help with your 2.
With my crit 1. Yeah.
That
All
wolf is
right,
coming
so
with
you
me.
grab that one. It doesn't really have a strength check. It's going to try to resist you. And it does not. So you can move up to half of your movement and drag that wolf with you. You're dragging it towards the other dead horse.
What if he charges?
Over the body of your own dead horse?
Yep. It's gonna drag him right over it.
All right. So this wolf is, struggling, but he can't get out of your iron grip. I don't know how the artillerists got separated, but they did. Nope, that's not going to get it done. Bess. Nadia.
So, am I able to go like half movement and cast?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the exact ruling, but I'm going to say yes. And then
Okay,
we'll look that up later.
Well, I know some make it so that you can't move. And
That's
cast,
what
so.
I'm thinking I will find if I dig into the rules, but as I am not going to dig into the rules, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so considering I'm on Bess, do I get Bess's half movement?
Yes, you do.
All right, I'm going to take Bess and start moving. I don't know what Bess's full movement is.
Horses,
30 feet, I think, for a horse.
a regular horse has a 60-foot move. It's even faster than the war horse. So you could,
I'm going 30 feet towards.
and you
Backlash.
could logically move a full move on the horse, and it's not part of your movement. So you could put this horse pretty much anywhere on this battlefield as long as you don't get close to somebody to provoke an attack.
Yeah, I basically I want to put it like 10 feet from Dacklish, but like in a straight line where Nadia is.
There?
Yeah, right about there. Yeah, so, and then I'll take, Nadia will be like right about here, I guess, or something like that. Or, well, somewhere on the horse anyway.
Okay, you're going to try to avoid getting within the range of that wolf as you go around it. Not a problem.
Yeah. And then I am casting color spray on the three of them.
Yes.
All right. Color spray. Roll a d4 plus 1.
+3.
No, wait a minute. A number of d4 plus the cast. Oh, it is plus 1. No, this is the extra +3 doesn't count on this. So this is how many. This is how many he gets. You get 2 of them. So the farthest one will not get caught in the color spray. But what does color spray do to them? They're 1-hit die creatures, so they don't get a save.
They are knocked unconscious for. Let's see. I think it's 1d4. Hold on.
2d4 rounds. Roll 2d4.
Oh, fantastic. Unconscious. Probably until we attack, or...
They can be woken up.
Okay.
6
Let's
rounds.
see. Wolf 20 and Wolf 31.
Oh, does Fantasy Grounds allow you to set like a status on things for? Ooh, that was an ominous sound. That was cool, right, Jeff? That was a great move.
It allows me to put the unconscious effect and a duration on it. So those wolves fall down unconscious. And we're at a new round. Your prisoner can do nothing. Overseer does nothing. Orin!
Warren's going to.
You can
take
do
his,
it.
You can
He's
do
going to
it.
take his Nerf axe.
Oh, we need that.
This is why you don't buy your weapons at the Spirit Halloween store.
Well, obviously it's a +2 Nerf axe.
All right, do some damage.
I would love to. There we go.
That will kill a wolf.
Yay!
Orin's going to look at Thunder and point to the wolf number 2 and tell him, Thunder, strike!
Thunder strike!
Nice.
Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats! Oh!
Don't you call my horse a hoe?
I also collected the Thunderstrike comic.
You're attacking the one I just killed.
Oh,
I told
am
him to
I?
go to wolf number 2, yeah.
Thunder Wolf
there by
number 2.
Dacklish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that wolf should be dead. He did the Wilhelm scream, so I don't know why he's still standing.
Because I didn't push the button yet. All right. So let me re-roll those attacks on the correct monster. Wow.
Oh, that's another one.
And he's let's do this. I'm going to give him a saving throw to see if he's smart enough. It is not a prime for him. He's going to bite Wolf 31. Unfortunately, that ends the unconscious status on Wolf 31.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And let me eliminate Wolf 2, which is crushed. Hasek.
I'm gonna
I think
keep
these
dragging
wolves
that
are
wolf.
probably going to... All right. Make me a fresh strength check.
Grapple check or a strength?
Strength check. You've already got him grappled. All right. You can drag him the rest of the way. Over to the dead horse.
Awesome.
Johann Wee, Troza. All right. Nadia. Those two wolves are unconscious. Looking around, there's not many wolves left. They're probably going to run.
Only one wolf is unconscious.
Oh, that's right. The horse bit one and woke it up.
But he damaged it, so.
He did. Had he missed, it wouldn't have woken him up. So what will you do? If it wasn't for the conscious wolf, I'd let you just dispatch the unconscious wolf with a knife. But the conscious one will bite you if you try that. Actually, no, he can't. So what will you do?
Who's the what? That's Nadia.
Yes, it's
Right.
Nadia's turn.
So Nadia, with the two wolves still asleep, is going to turn and pivot and cast her, well, really her final spell, Dragon Image, against the wolf that is on her dogs.
The ever mysterious Tim. Good morning.
Needs
right.
to make a saving, I believe, a saving throw. It's a mental saving throw.
It has physical prime. That is not a save. It failed.
All right.
It came close, but it failed.
2 points of damage.
Let me add Wolf 38, 2 points of damage. All right. The Aubrey Castle Artillerist.
Oren's going to order them to shoot at Wolf 38 as well.
That was the idea.
Just in case.
They think the hounds are real too.
I said shoot at them.
Of course they do.
Yeah, but they should be able to tell the difference between hounds and wolves.
They should. They're not shooting at the hounds, but they think the hounds are real. They have no reason not to.
Yeah, no, great.
Thunder attacked on Oren's turn this time. I think we got it. Remember to do that. Dacklish.
All right. Dacklish is taking the lead from Nadia, presuming Nadia wants me to jump up on her horse with her. Would that count as my full move, or
Yes, it will be your full action to get up on that horse.
to get up on the horse? Okay, so we still. Oh, one of the wolves is dead, but what is Wolf? Where did Wolf 5 come from?
Wolf 5 was the one that
Hussak's
Hasek
dragging
was.
it.
I dragged
Hussak's
Oh,
it
that
got it.
Hasek drug over. Right, right.
Come on, level 3 rogue. Grow up here.
Grow pair. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna move a little closer here to Nadia and her horse, and then I will shoot my bow at Wolf 31. That's what I'm gonna do. Aha!
Oh!
Crit! Wolf go down.
Yes, Wolf go down.
Yeah.
Oren's just crying silently to himself at the back side of the wagon.
Tell me to grow a pair. Yeah. About that.
Big Deceiver sits.
Quietly.
Wolf number 20 is asleep.
Yes.
Yep.
Wolf number 3 is going to run away. Wolf number 38 is going to run away.
Run away. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wolf number 5 will attempt a strength check and cannot get free from Hassek's grip.
Nice. You hold on, boy.
So I have him right at the neck. So
This is your
You
thing.
stay alive!
Arbogast
will
guard
find
will
you.
move over to help, but he won't be able to do anything this round.
I feel like Daklish and Hussick might have been involved in wolf wrestling tournaments in towns for money and beer. I don't know.
Daklish, it's your turn. There's one wolf left. The rest have fled, and it looks like it wants to flee, but Hasek has it by the mane, and it's doing its best to try to get free.
If I wanted a clear shot at Wolf 5, I would need to move. Yes?
Yes, unfortunately, Hasek is not giving you a clean shot.
So if I
Get up on the horse.
Claudia offers her hand.
Okay, since I'm right next to her, is that my full move, or can that constitute half a move as I nimbly hop up on?
I'll tell you what, if you can give me a successful dexterity check, it'll be a half move. Otherwise, it's going to be your whole action.
That is fully fair.
Boom! Yeah, you get your action this round. And now you're up high enough on the horse that you can shoot over Hasek.
Exactly. That's right. Oh, I love being a rogue. All right, let's go. Let's see if I can help Hasek out here. With wolf number 5? Nope.
No.
Sad day.
The
but
artillerists do not have a clean shot through all the horses. They will refrain from shooting downrange at their friends. Wolf number 20 is unconscious. Wolf number 5.
Would you guys like me to interrogate Wolf 20 after combat?
Wolf 5 breaks free and is going to make to run. Hasek, you can have a shot at it. And Thunder, because Thunder can have his 2 hooves at it as well. And 2 wolves out of a pack of 10 get away. But your horses lie dead. 2 of them lie dead.
is it sacrilegious in this land to eat horse?
Probably not, no.
I feel like, Daklish, having spent time on the road, I'm just gonna pull out a dagger and start cutting off the good meat.
I mean, yeah, I've never had horse, but I know that there are a lot of countries in the world that serve it up.
Right.
Orin's going to remind Daklish when he sees what she's doing that we're only a few days away from a city where you can get real food. We don't need to cannibalize our mounts.
Hey, if you want to eat crackers for dinner tonight, that's on you.
We have real food. We
can
still
eat the
have
wolf as
rations.
well.
Let's see,
Oh, we can freshly cook up
but
meat.
you had 7 days worth of rations. You're probably going to run out before you make it to, anyways, we are at about the halfway point. What do you say we take a
break.
10-minute break here?
Sounds good.
Well, Jeff, I mean, I would think that a rogue with a dagger might be a butcher. So, let's.
Of sorts.
I've got the backstab. I'm deft with a dagger.
Anyways, out there in Twitch land, you guys go grab a beverage, hit the restroom, visit the snack bar, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Then goes
All right,
to
we're
Jamaica
back.
for 3 weeks.
Hello.
Hello, we're back for more. We just
Give me like
had.
this box.
All right, you guys still have one unconscious wolf. You
We
won't
I asked
remain
if they
so
wanted me to
indefinitely.
AIHRDE it.
Tracy,
Yep,
Like
that's
this
it. That's the
I
box.
still haven't opened mine yet.
Nerd.
He has a
like-
garage full of boxes he hasn't opened yet.
How could you
You
not
know-
open it?
You know, if I wait until all my other games Kickstarters come in, I will have a garage. Well, I'll need a garage. I don't currently have one, but I have to borrow someone else's for all the stuff because
So-
there's too much.
As the interruption is happening, that was the Kickstarter prize for funding, adding funding to the Tears of AIHRDE or the AIHRDE World of AIHRDE Kickstarter, right?
I can't keep track of them. That's why
Codex of AIHRDE.
Yeah.
I know somebody earlier in the chat demanded Chuck be present. Chuck's not here, but
He was here
blame
briefly.
him.
He was in the chat list. I think he was lurking.
I know he's lurking, but I know Sunday is his family stuff too and other things. So you know, even trolls got to have a human day.
Always.
Lies. All right. So let's see. You were on.
Okay, so we're out of battle now.
You are out of battle.
Cut up horse meat, so we have some for when we camp tonight to cook. And
Can
Oren
you
might.
unlock the tokens?
Yes, one moment. Let me reshare the map with the audience so that we're still on here. And tokens are unlocked at this point.
But we still have traveling to do, or was that the last daytime?
Oh, no. Let's bring up the map.
We got a long way to go. We're only on the second day to
No,
Sin
I didn't.
City.
No. I meant, is this the last? Was that the last daytime? Of
That
the
was-
day,
That was the
No.
last daytime encounter of the day.
right? Okay, so we're camping.
Actually,
for the
I have to
night.
go back and look. It may not have been the last. Let's see. Nadia
No,
got
it was because somebody opened their mouth and said, "This has been
Right.
a boring day,"
Yes,
and then,
you
rolled,
are
and
right.
then rolled a one.
And then Nadia was the last roll. You are correct.
So then we are continuing on the road, and then you camp on the evening of the fifth night. I was getting ready. Let me find that image again to share
Yeah, something.
Kayamar with you here again. You can zoom in on that. Find us right out here in the middle. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are at the end of day 5.
Well, we're like somewhere.
Yeah, you're off the road now. You're headed due east. Yes, you're headed in that direction.
Okay.
I'm only going to get 1 point back from resting, right?
1 point, unless you have a Constitution bonus, then you get the Constitution bonus back as well. But we haven't gotten to that. We haven't gotten to that rest yet.
Oh no, I was just going to put bandages on me. If
As we're riding along, Nadia looks a little visibly spent.
She looks tired. All right. Evening comes. Who rolled that 1? Was that a Nadia that rolled the 1?
yeah,
Yes.
All right, then let's have Oren roll for our evening encounter check.
unless of course somebody would like to say something beforehand.
Such as.
Looks at Dacklish.
About the quiet nights we've been having.
Yeah. Would you care to say anything before we set up camp? The nighttime's a 12, right?
It is.
Dacklish is gonna have a look over at Oren and say, "Well,
At least I can kill a wolf.
Considering some people are having trouble killing common wolves, yeah, I guess I'll not say anything. Are you gonna be okay tonight? You want me to tuck you in? You want me to make? I can make
sharpening
you.
the blade on his axe. He goes like, "I heard gnomes are easier to kill than wolves."
Do you want a teddy bear or maybe a dolly? I could go make you a dolly out of some sticks and leaves real quick if you need.
Orin points at Daklish and looks at his horse. Thunder, strike.
Thunder will look over at you and snort and stomp a hoof. Like, yeah, I
will continue to
Orin
turn the
laughs with
spit
thunder.
of the meat, which is probably sizzling.
Yeah, and
smells
you're probably
great.
pissing Thunder right the hell off because
And you know what? I'm just gonna
he
pull
was
off
hitting on Bess.
a chunk on my.
Hey, Bess is alive.
Bess is
Oh.
alive. This is Roach. And
Oh,
I'm going to
Roach.
take off a piece of that meat and look at you and be like, how's your crackers?
okay.
We're spicy.
Hossack, roll me an encounter check, D12 for the evening.
Go. I love being spicy.
And Daklish, last one.
D12. Come on, 1! 3.
Nope.
Nope.
But you do hear that one lone wolf off in the distance somewhere pining for his pack that is now scattered and dead on the road. Did you guys leave that unconscious wolf behind? Or did you kill it?
I figured Daklish was skinning everything.
And I would say we killed it for food.
Oh, good. Then maybe, can I have a wolf hat?
You can have, make me a dexterity check. Let's see how good you get that piece of skin off.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you get the tail part with the little butthole to go right over your forehead.
Thanks. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. Oh, there we go. 19.
You got a near perfect wolf scalp off. You know, it'll make a cool wolf hat, but it.
So maybe while I'm in oh, you know what? That'll make a good reason to be going into Sinsish, right? Like looking for
There would definitely be taxidermists there. Sinsish is a big enough city that anything you are looking for can probably be found there. It is also a wealthy city.
So, the next, what do you call it? Are we heading into Sinsish this day?
Yes, you guys diverted off the road at the crossroads and are no longer on the road to Castle 11. You are on the less traveled mid road.
So in the morning, as part of the preparation, Nadia is going to disguise her, do a disguise self, and disguise self as a teenage boy.
Something Daklish can relate to.
Daklish is gonna see that. Right. So we are outside of the town of Sinsish and Daklish is fixing to go into town.
Oh, you're not anywhere close to Sinsish yet.
Oh, I thought we were.
Oh no, you've got days.
I think that's why.
That was the whole thing. Is diverting to Sinsish was going to be a longer trip than just getting to Castle 11.
Well, okay, that's what I was asking. I thought you said that's why I asked if we were going into Sinsish this day. If that was our last night.
No, it is
okay,
not.
never mind that. No, never mind. That's wait. Nadia, wait.
Oh, you're going to wait
Day
until
1 of 4, he said.
Yes, let's see. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 days, depending on whether or not you get delayed. Right. So it'll be a day longer than it would have been to Castle 11. It's also going to mean that that day out, your rations are going to start to run out. Well, maybe not, because you have horse meat.
We have horse meat. We have plenty. I mean, there was 2 horses. How many horses went down? 2? 2.
And the remaining wolves will come back for those remaining horses. They'll come back and get what they want, which isn't the meat. Wolves tend to eat the sweet meats, the entrails of things they kill. Yeah. That's why dogs have to have a high grain diet, because it's a lot of what they actually eat in the wild. Anyways, enough dog lore. That night, you hear wolves, but not much else. Day 6, on the road. Let's have encounter checks.
There we go. Go Nadia.
Yes, it is Nadia's turn.
All right, so this is day check.
Day check.
Day check was
A D6. I also,
son of a bitch.
well, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
I will also mention that you guys again heard the goblin drums in the night.
I was just fixing to ask, is having already heard them once, would I have to keep rolling to see if I can tell whether they're getting closer or not?
They are not getting closer, but they were definitely coming from a different direction, so they are on the move.
By the way, Jingo, I need you to do the forced rest so I can get my spells back.
Oh, yes. I forgot that needs to reset.
Oh, I'm going to put my
Rest.
bandages
Overnight
I
rest.
have left.
So, oh right, we're in the battle. Okay, here we go. Some kind of
I've
encounter.
only got 2 bandages left, so I'm going to use 2 of them to get my hit points back. Means I'll have 0.
How many bandages do I currently have?
Wait, is somebody injured? I can do a first aid for spell before we go to sleep.
Before go, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be better.
Okay, because I was down 6 hit points, and I got 1 back for resting. So I still need 5. I was going to use 2 bandages.
Go ahead and, well, he can do the first aid for 1 to 2 points. Is that 1 to 2 plus your level, or is it just 1 to 2? Let me look at it.
Yeah, forgot I had all this stuff. I had 8 decks. That's good to know. Oh.
I have a potion of Cure Light Wounds too, but I think I'd like to save that for a little bit.
Yeah, I would use Nadia's. She got 1 point for you. You're still down 4.
So 1 bandage would do 4 points, right? If I used it twice.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll only use 1 bandage. So I can go back and put a bandage back.
All right. Nadia, you rolled that 1 on that D6. Roll a percentile dice. Let's see what our random encounter is.
Oh, Nadia. Something good. A merchant.
Traveling bandage sailor.
Oh,
Solar.
that was a terrible laugh.
I'm going to have you roll again because we've already had that random encounter.
Oh, okay. Wolves again.
No.
Dire possums.
Dire skunk rats.
No, let's not deal with this stinky crap anymore.
Yeah, right.
What are those called? Wither stinks?
Yeah.
Skanks? Something.
Yeah, a nice
Wither stench.
chemist would be fantastic. On his way out, he's out gathering herbs. He's got stuff to make bandages. Oh boy. Gonna be 6 things. What do we got
All right.
here?
You guys
Hey,
come.
notice you have 3 critical fails there. Just pointing that out.
Oh, yes. All right. You guys come around a bend in the road, and you can see a pack of wild boars kind of rooting around on the road ahead of you. Half a dozen of them or so, with probably a dozen or so little junior bacons following them around.
Bacon, junior bacon, bacon double cheeseburger, junior bacon double cheeseburger.
Are you guys going to keep riding?
Oren,
Are you going to come to a stop?
does pork more take your fancy, or are we good? And
How about we just, if we can just get past them without aggravating them, we won't have to worry about fighting them.
They are right in the road. They appear to be eating something that's laying in the road, or maybe had grown on the road. The road being, you know, kind of broken in places and not well maintained because it's not traveled.
Dacklish is pretty sure that pigs eat anything. So I'm gonna take a chunk of like a day servings of that horse meat, and I'm gonna chuck it, kind of aiming to like chuck it so it kind of bounces by them and goes off the road.
Right now, you guys are nowhere near them. You're far enough away that they're not provoked by you. You would have to get much closer in order to be able to throw food at them. Is this what you would like to do?
Is this a bad idea?
I'm just filling in details.
I find it hard to believe that a pack of wild boars would stand in the road as 2 draft horses and a big heavy wagon and a bunch of humans start approaching them.
Well, yeah,
I mean, are they really that nasty of an animal?
No, they're not. You're not that close to them yet. That's why I asked if you continued to ride or if you are going to.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to tell the group is like, look, if we don't aggravate them, they'll just get out of our way. We can just keep on going. We don't have to fight everything we run across.
Right. Well, and so I have a piece of meat ready to like throw to try to lure them off of their own accord. So
make me a wisdom check.
Can't you talk to furry animals and ask them to kindly step aside?
I can talk to burrowing animals. You want a wisdom or intelligence?
I want a wisdom.
Of course you do. Nope.
Okay.
That's a hard pass. A traveling hoochie show passes by.
You guys are the traveling hoochie show.
We are.
Martian cat, hello.
Oh, look at your cute little emoji.
That Martian cat is Mrs. Jingo.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Jingo.
She's at work today playing hooky and watching stream.
Nice.
For 20 gold, we'll tell you what he says about you.
She knows I wouldn't say anything bad. All right, so you guys keep traveling, and let me get a. I'll do this. I'll take a charisma check from whoever has the highest charisma, which would be you.
That would be.
I wonder who that would be.
Let's have the guy whose dice have nothing but 3s on them.
He always rolls good on the charisma check.
You know, it's amazing because if we played with real dice, I know who would be rolling the best because there's somebody in this group that gets incredible rolls when rolling for characters with real dice.
All right.
Hey, look!
Oren, are you out front?
Sure.
Oren, known friend to bacon everywhere.
Yes. The boars will yield the road and whatever lay dead in the road that's mostly eaten now. And we'll let you go by. All that untapped bacon.
As Oren passes by whatever they were eating, he's going to reach down with his 2-handed axe and just kind of shove it off to the side of the road so they can finish eating it.
Oh, what happened?
Doesn't want to trample it into the ground for them. You know, it's like, go eat over there. I don't care.
That was weird.
That was weird. People blinked out. Yeah. You and then Hossack for a moment.
When I looked at my Sirenscape, it was like everybody but like me and Rob were there, and we all came back.
Yeah.
Technical things. Oh.
All right.
Popping away again.
That was the first encounter of the day.
Yes.
Orin gets to use his favorite line from Willow. Out of the way, pig.
And I
Way to
will let
be
you guys
big.
know that encounters, bypassed without a fight, still get you encounter experience points. You don't have to fight to get the XP. If you find another way around it or just bluff your way through it like you guys did.
So we're on daytime encounters, right?
You are, and we still have 2 more to go. Let's have Orin roll a daytime encounter check.
Nope.
Nice.
No.
While we're riding, I feel I might just yeah. I feel like that Daklish is on the horse with Nadia, so we're just talking about things.
What about Hasek? Where is Hasek riding? His horse is dead too.
He can be on a draft horse.
Well, there is a seat on the wagon now that you have a dead guard. The draft
There you
horses,
go.
the draft horses are not riding horses and will not tolerate being ridden on. Thing about horses is they're trained to a task. Horses don't like to be ridden and have to be broken to saddle. Draft horses have to be broken to harness, and they're not really interchangeable.
I kind of figured since Osik was kind of a horse's ass himself, they would tolerate him.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Orin is spicy today.
Well, you can see who has the highest charisma, I guess.
So Hasek, yeah, are you
Orin's
on
still
the?
a little bitter about yesterday's combat.
Yeah. Are you Hasek's on the? Are you on the
I'm on the wagon. Yeah.
wagon? Nice. Okay.
All right, Orin's encounter roll was a D6. Hasek, let's have your third encounter roll.
Well, let's roll one, I guess. Oh, never mind.
And then that's the end of the 6th day. Let's have night encounters for day 6. Nadia, D12.
Okay.
All right. I'll take that. That's a close one. Orin, D12.
I had a visitor.
All good.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one.
I saw that one. And Hasek.
D12?
Yes, sir. All right. That night, the goblin drums are much closer, and they sound like they're back in the direction you came from. But nothing happens. Day 7 dawns.
Can Orin tell how far away they are by the sound? Since he's a goblin slayer.
Make me your choice, intelligence or wisdom check.
I mean, Declan should be able to tell, right? With the enhanced hearing.
Oh, that's pretty damn good there. They might be a day or two behind you, and with that wisdom check, you're also thinking that now that they're behind you, if they're hunting you, they are probably on your trail.
Yeah. Well, except for, since they seem to be getting closer, and it means they're also not resting as long as we are.
Yeah, and what you would know about goblins is they do not travel during the day. They do not come out in the day. They do not like the sunlight. And so they will, unless they're forced to be out during the day. So what they do is at dusk, they get up, they bang their drums for an hour, and then they get out on the hunt. So, early in the evening, every evening you hear the drums. And yeah, last night they were a lot closer. So you're thinking they might be on your trail. And you have to wonder why they would be hunting you.
Well, I don't think it's much of a secret anymore of why anything's chasing us. Orin's just going to reiterate to everybody, the guards, the rest of the party is like, the goblins are getting closer, and I'm pretty sure they're coming after us. So our night watches are going to have to be extra alert.
All right.
Let's some goblins.
Start with a daytime encounter. Let's have that one, Nadia. On day 7, you have, at the end of this day, you will be out of rations and will be eating horse meat unless you come up with more food.
You don't have to do what he tells him. He's not your real mom.
Oh, so like on watch, we can hunt.
You could, yes.
I mean, because I have that hearing and can sense like burrowing animals, I could easily probably hunt some bunny rabbits.
That would be possible. There's a chance that you could do something like that. I mean, you guys left a whole herd of bacon on the road.
I mean, you
yeah.
talk with burrowing animals. You're just gonna be like, "Oh, hey, little bunny, you want to be our food?"
Like, hey, come here, I want to have a chat with you. Right. You know, it's easy stuff.
The ends justify the means.
It's horrible to think you could talk with an animal and then
She's chaotic neutral.
eat it. What is my alignment? I'm chaotic good.
All right. So, Nadia, give me a D6 roll for a daytime encounter, day 7.
Oh, here we go. Oh, come
I literally just said, you don't have to do what he says.
That's a third. That's a third one on a D6 in a row.
That
I'd like
is.
to point out that you have skipped me in the daytime, nighttime rolls for a little bit.
Oh, have I?
Your order has been a
then
little wacky.
Oh, well. I will let you.
Yeah. Make
I will
her
let you
do it.
have.
Yeah.
I will let you have the remaining 2 daytime rolls. Go ahead and make them.
But okay. There's a 4 and a 6.
All right, Nadia, roll me a percent die.
Oh God. Oh my God.
But I don't wanna. Oh boy, 94.
Oh, is that the traveling chemist? What are they? What are they? Herbalist. That's the word I was looking for.
That's the red dragon. Who are we kidding?
A big dragon comes walking out.
Do a
of the
wisdom
woods.
check. It's probably illusionary. Somebody check Vig's bonds again.
All right, you guys are traveling along the road, and I will about midday. You stop to have your midday horse meat. And while you're there, you can hear tink, 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 scrape, tink. Sounds like, and then you can hear more of it, like sounds like somebody breaking rocks with a pick, or several somebodies breaking rocks with a pick, somewhere nearby.
Do we also hear, take candle?
No.
Yeah. What about my enhanced hearing? Can I hear any dialogue? Any?
Yeah, you hear hi ho. We dig, 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 dig the whole day through. 'Cause dig, 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 dig is what we like to do.
Nice.
How's that go again?
Or
I know the whole
join in
song.
on the chorus. Hi ho.
Right.
Hi
It's
ho.
off to Sinsich we go.
But that's what you hear. You hear a dwarvish labor song. as
I hope so. Jeff, do it. You can do it. Clip that. So I'm gonna look over to Husik and Oren and say, "Hey, are those friends of yours? You know those dwarfs? Maybe 7 of them. I don't know."
I don't know, Jingo. Would I know about dwarves in this area?
You never know where you'll find dwarves. There are dwarves that live within the kingdom of Kayamar. There are no specific dwarven communities, but sounds
they might have ration. They might have supplies.
Who knows? It sounds like
mining camp. Right?
It sounds like dwarves having a dig.
They might have some good ores.
They might have some good beer. Am I right?
I heard I'm not allowed to drink on the job.
They're German dwarves. They are allowed to drink on the job.
What German?
If you've given up bear Husik, then you need to go to dwarf rehab. Stat. Dwarf rehab is the opposite of normal, human rehab where they learn to quit drinking. You need to.
No, I think Husik just realizes he enjoys actually being able to beat something in a fight rather than chopping his own toes off.
We gonna go visit the dwarves?
I'm up for it, yeah.
Let's do it.
I feel not threatened at all, so.
We should probably warn them about the goblins.
And the wolves.
A dwarven hunting party. AIHRDE is a good idea.
Maybe they
Let's go hunt some goblins.
Dire chihuahuas for you to
All right.
ride.
I thought about dire chihuahuas. I did add them to the encounter table.
Listen, all chihuahuas are dire.
Truer words have never been said.
Oh, I shit you not, a couple of years ago, our rabies animal control here in the city I live in, or the city I live next to, had to be dispatched to deal with a pack of feral chihuahuas.
No
there
way.
There were like 13 or 14 of them all hanging out in this one neighborhood and intimidating people and shit.
Let me tell you.
I'll see if I can dig up that news article. It was unreal.
Of the dogs I've had, only one has been from a breeder. It was a chocolate lab from a breeder down the street from us. And the other dogs that they bred, besides chocolate labs, were chihuahuas. We heard the chihuahuas before, long before we ever heard any sound of the labs working. Mm-hmm. And it was a cacophony from hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet you that pack of wild feral chihuahuas was terrifying.
I found the news article.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably out there.
Yes, from 2014.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Tell me there's a picture. Link the article in Discord, please.
There's actually a video on YouTube. There you go.
Unreal. There you go. Chihuahuas, know them, fear them. They're out there, people.
Wow.
Anyways.
Chihuahua dog gang runs wild.
Are you guys going to take the whole entourage off to see the dwarves?
Is there a clear path and like a
No, not really, no. You guys are in hills and rough terrain, and they're off. You can hear them. You can't see them. They're off the road somewhere to the north of you. You will have to go find them, but it's not really terrain that you can navigate the wagon in.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Husik and Oren and say, this is like a dwarf thing. I'll stay here. Nadia, you want to stay here with me and the guards, and we'll guard the...
So you do have 3 guards, and your 2 prisoners are restrained.
Yeah, well, Nadia is not trusting anyone with Vig alone without the party being there, so that seems like a wonderful idea. You two go, have some fun.
Do the dwarf thing that dwarfs do that other races shouldn't.
We're gonna get our beards tangled.
Go get your dwarf on.
Go get that funky dwarf shot on. That's right.
Thorn's
All
just
right.
gonna nod his head over at Hussock and go, "Look, let's go see what we see."
Are you gonna ride?
Yep. We're gonna go
Can I borrow a horse?
introduce ourselves to them.
Are you gonna ride with? You gonna ride with Oren?
You gonna ride with Thorn, or are you gonna beg Nadia to borrow her horse?
What?
His horse is dead.
Yes, his horse is quite dead.
I have a war horse. It'll hold 2 dwarves.
It will easily hold 2 dwarves.
That's
I'll
not.
go on the
that's-
war horse.
Okay, I don't know if
I
that
ma-
would
I
be
make
like
sure Hussock's in front.
emasculating.
We're-
That also helps if I get drunk over there. I don't have
Right.
to ride back.
Yeah. Hussock rides going, it's for the beer, it's for the beer, it's for the beer. Oh, stop, kid! Ain't me! Back up! 3 inches!
All right, so the 2 dwarves go trundling off into the hills, following the sound of picks, and you'll come up over a hill, and you can see there are half a dozen dwarves. 3 of them appear to be breaking a rather odd-looking rock into smaller rocks. It's kind of a bluish gray and kind of glassy. And while 3 of them mine it, the other 2 are looking around, and the one that's looking in your direction will put up his hand to shield from the sun for a moment and squint, and then his eyes will go wide when he realizes you're dwarves, and he will say, "Greetings, travelers," in Dwarvish.
By the way, as they have ridden off, I will talk to Carl, who I've called to my side, the Carl the Crow, and will tell him to stick with Hussock and to stick with those 2, and to come back if anything loud happens.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you. Today is day 7. Bird knows a trick.
Bird knows fetch. Oh, yay! I need to look up what else I can teach this bird. That's great.
Message would probably be helpful.
Yeah,
Now,
I thought message.
the ring allows you to cast Animal Messenger once per day, with or without a bird. That's a power of
Okay.
the ring.
That's the power of the ring. Okay.
Yes. You can use your bird for the Animal Messenger, but you can use any animal for the Animal Messenger.
Got it.
Or on a wave to the dwarf. Hail and well met, fellows.
You're a long way from home, fellows. What brings you out?
Duty, most of all.
And you can see that they've got like a camp set up, a number of tents, some boxes and supplies, and a rather tall stack of barrels of beer.
You got any horses?
No, they have no horses.
Orin tightens his grip on Hussock.
They do have two.
Steady, lad.
They do have 2 ox and a wagon. And while you're watching it, you'll hear a big crack, and this weird stone will break in half, and one of the dwarves will reach in and pull out something that, you know, the way it catches the sun, it's super bright. And all of the dwarves, you know, cheer and hoot and holler, and
at the risk of sounding stupid, would that be a stone Orin recognizes, since he's a stonecraft knowledge?
Oh yeah.
How's that?
Boom. Yes, it's a stone. that dwarves use. I don't have a name for it because this is a random encounter and I'm making things up as I go along, but I will have come up. But it is a stone that is used in the making of dwarvish magic weapons. And
Thorn will look at the fellow and goes like, "Is that what I think that is? That's a fine specimen."
And we'll call it a spark stone. He's like, "Yes, this is the biggest one we found yet." And the guy that grabbed it out will go over and he'll open up a crate and on the back of the wagon and drop it in, and you can see he's got 5 or 6 of these. And
it's Bodkins.
Once he puts it in there, he'll shut it and make me a wisdom check. Let's see if you see what he did there.
Why do you hate me?
Because I'm a bastard like that.
Jingo, do you want one from me
Why
as well?
can't I?
Yes,
can
from
I
you
just-
as well.
Wow, where the hell did my die?
Wow, okay.
When it doesn't really matter, you
Oh,
roll.
No, okay,
It's
that
still
one
a wisdom.
That one didn't. Okay, hang on. I must have let it go before I actually threw it in the box because it went flying all the way back across the screen and didn't show up. Okay.
Nope. You just saw him close the box. Then it'll say, "Work's done for the day, boys. Time for beer. Come on, guys." And he'll go over and he'll start tapping beers, and they'll all pull their mugs off of their belts. And you guys carry beer mugs? You're dwarves, of course you do.
Look, I'm pretty
Or
sure
not.
Hossick's helmet doubles as a beer mug.
I don't think that will happen.
Hotzick's arm has 2 horns. They both fill up with beer. All right. And they will,
Oren just eyes Hossick and goes, "Keep it at 2 at the most, please. I don't need to be dragging you back to camp."
I want to ask them to arm wrestle for a keg of beer.
okay. Absolutely. Somebody will be up to the challenge. 1 or 2 out of 3.
Right.
Oren slaps him on the back. He says, "I'll give you a go on that.
All
If
right.
I win, I keep control of the keg."
Strength check.
All right. Hosick, strength check. You guys both struggle, but Hosick, you are the victor. After a while, the other guy just gives up. Neither one of you can seem to best, and after a while, he's like, I can't be drinking while I've got my arm in yours. And so he'll lose so he can have another beer. But while you're doing this, the oldest dwarf, the one who is standing guard, will go and stand up on his wagon, and he will pull out a wand, and he will whisper something, and the tip of the wand will start to glow. And as he circles, he'll find the point where it glows the brightest, and then he'll take out a scroll, unroll it, looks like it's got a map, and he'll take a little piece of charcoal and start marking on the map. Know the direction of the next one, boys. We pack up in the morning.
Oren's gonna go over to the dwarf he spoke with before and goes, "You guys seem to be kind of on a mission for these stones."
Yes. We're prospectors for the dwarves, for the dwarven kingdom.
So these are going to them then.
These will go back to the kingdom of the dwarves, yes. It's not like it'll do anybody any good. Only the dwarves know the secret of unlocking them.
Some fine weapons will be coming out of this batch.
Yeah, the dwarven king seems to think that something's coming, and so they're building up for it, whatever it is. The soothsayers all say that something is coming.
Well, on our rounds here lately, I also got the feeling that something's coming.
Oh,
We've a prisoner to take back, and it's been nothing but attack after attack to get him to where he's going. Makes me kind of think there's something bigger controlling these events.
most disturbing. Just the two of you then.
Oh no, there's more of us, but we heard the dwarven song. We thought we'd come and be sociable and see what was what. Maybe find some news about the area.
Duck drinking rum and Lord Yasumba. Hello.
Anything afoot heading toward Sinsich or Castle 11 that you're aware of?
Well, we were through Castle 11 a few days ago. Kind of a depressing place. People there not very cheerful.
Aye.
Didn't seem to be too welcoming to our kind either. So we stayed a night and moved on. Well, we haven't been to Sinsich yet.
Well, if you're heading back that way, and he points toward the river, it's like, be on your guard. I heard drums the last couple of nights.
Yeah, we've been hearing them too. Let the goblins come, and he'll thumb his axe, and he'll kind of stare off in that direction.
My Nerf handle and
Beep beep.
All right, so you guys.
So other than a keg of beer, the dwarves have nothing else to offer. Or?
They are stonemasons by trade. If you needed tools, they have tools. They have spares. They would be willing to sell you picks and shovels and such.
I don't think we need any of that.
Can they sharpen their tools?
Yeah, I was just going to say, do they have sharpening tools that I could grind my blade on, just to keep it sharp?
I will do this. One of them is a weaponsmith, and they will be able to hone your blade so that in your next fight with it, and only your next fight, you'll have an additional +1 to hit and damage, and that goes for Hasek as well.
Would he recognize anything about my blade, since it was kind of a +2?
Oh yeah, it's a dwarven blade. He's like, he's like, not familiar with the mark. It's not from our kingdom, but it is definitely of dwarven make and well made. And he will show you a little, like down near the base of the head where the shaft is, a little mark that. You see, they use the spark stone to create this as well.
She's done me well in battle for the most part. Just yesterday I didn't seem to have my head into it, so.
Funny that I've never seen one made out of foam rubber before.
And I'm not sure which kingdom the Nerf is.
Maybe it's just too heavy. You haven't found the balance of it yet.
Well, cut the heads off a couple of prisoners a couple of days ago.
Maybe that's why it's dull.
Yeah, could be. They were rather hard-headed. And he jokes and laughs, slaps him on the back, and gets to grinding.
All right.
And then he goes and drags Hasek back to the horse. Strap down the keg to the back.
So while that's all happening,
Yes, what are you guys doing? You're sitting on the road.
I want to check the we're bored, maybe, and I remember that I have the map, the goblin treasure map.
I was waiting for somebody to bring that up.
I
You're
know.
looking to see if there's a goblin horde near here, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I was gonna wait till we were done with Fig, but
No, I said anytime you want, you can ask and consult the map and see if there's one of those goblin troves nearby.
I am asking.
This is
Yes.
it. Roll me a D12.
A D12.
Higher the better.
What do we got? Oh, nope. I got a 4.
No, you do not recognize any landmarks that would lead you to believe that one of the goblin troves is near. So what else are you guys doing? I will take
Well, Nadia and Daklish have been having a very wonderful private conversation. So we've gotten to know each other better.
Yes.
We've had that conversation in Discord. So, let's just say secrets have been shared.
Okay.
Castle Keeper.
No, that's fine.
I'm sure
I know nothing.
Well, for roleplay perspective or whatever perspective, I can ping you as well.
No, yeah. I don't need to know.
So we've been having a wonderful time. Bummed that nothing came up, that we're not close to any treasure map, but it's probably for the better that we don't go wandering off, leaving Vig with just the 3 guards, because you never know.
Yes, I was going to roll.
Nadia,
if you guys had all gone, I was going to roll for a chance that something happened.
Yeah,
it's
there's no way.
It's a very small chance, but there's a chance that something will happen while you're not there. There always is.
There is a 0 + 0 to infinity chance that Nadia is letting Vig be alone with just guards.
Right.
But there is a chance.
So after about an hour or so, they come riding back over the hill, toting a big keg of beer. Orin's axe and Hussak's sword are both extra shiny.
You're all back faster than I thought you would be.
It was nothing there to see, just a dwarven working party. No news about anything on the road ahead of us, and they get the same feeling that something's going on. The Dwarven King's soothsayers are up in arms. So,
all right, you guys.
The mystery still remains.
You guys continue along the broken road. At the end of day 7, you think you're about a day out of Sinish. Are you going to do your regular camp as you normally do? I will bear in mind that you do know that the goblins that had been following you were much closer last night.
I'm going to start teaching Carl Seek.
Okay.
Which moves into an area and looks for anything unusual.
Okay.
Orin's going to ask... Brain fart. What's her name? Daklish. If she could send Carl back behind us and let us know if he can see just how far away that goblin camp is.
You know they don't move during the day.
Yep, that's I'm saying. All right, be visible.
Daklish, give me a D12 roll. It's not a trick the bird has learned yet, but it might come back with something.
8.
It will say it did find the goblin camp, but the goblins shot at it, and so it left.
Did it say how far away the goblin camp was?
Close enough that it could fly there and back in a day. So possibly a day away. Birds don't really understand distance as people do. But
yeah.
It's
how long was the bird? The bird was gone literally a day, or
no? The bird was gone maybe a couple of hours. You sent it out during the day while you were traveling, or near the end of the day?
In the beginning of the day.
All right. Yeah, it would have been gone a portion of the day and come back and say that,
Okay.
you guesstimate they're not more than a day behind you if they're on your trail. And they move at night. Would you guys consider pushing through the night?
Well, I mean, we don't want to get. The plan was to not get within view of Sinsich in case somebody was looking for us in that city as well, but close enough to where Dacklish could ride in. Well, not anymore. Well, no, I guess Roach is still, or Bess is still alive. But to ride in and get a hold of her contacts and find out what she could and then come back before the goblins got close enough to attack, and then we could make our decision from there to try to head toward Castle 11 or bunker in Sinsich. Or if she can get extra people to help us. So how far away are we? How far would we have to travel to get within...
If you pushed
out
through
of
the
view
night,
of Sinsich, but
if you pushed through the night, you could be in the outskirts of Sinsich. Being a major city, the hexes surrounding Sinsich are going to be smaller villages and farms, and so you guys, if you push any farther, you're going to start getting into civilized territory.
And goblins avoid civilized territory?
They tend to, yes, unless they're in very large numbers. And Sinsich is a large, multi-walled city with a huge garrison of men.
Yeah, I say we push through.
I'm all for pushing through.
If you push through, we'll have our nighttime encounters. Dacklish, you're going to get to start this one as you push through the night. However, because you're traveling at night, it's not a D12, it's a D6.
Right. Makes sense. It's better than I was expecting you to say a D4. There we go. It's 4.
All right, and let's go backwards and save Nadia the pain. Hasek, roll me a D6 as you guys ride through the night. Oh, well, hey.
Orin checks the beer keg to see if it's full or empty.
There's still plenty in there. All right, Hasek, roll me percentile dice. Let's see what this encounter is.
My stream keeps freezing up. Getting on my nerves.
69!
Nice.
I mean, if you're gonna go that way. Here come the Chihuahuas. Dun, 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 dun.
Nope. 69 is...
I don't like that.
That's a lot.
What happened while I walked away? For Pete's sake!
Another encounter check, because you guys are moving through the night along the road, got your lanterns out, picking your way along. You see firelight off to the side of the road up ahead. And indeed, being as it's after dark, right now, this is during the first 2 hours, you guys can hear the drums in the background as the goblins work themselves up to go on the hunt. And ahead of you, like I said, you see a campfire. You can see what look like some figures milling around it, but you'll have to get closer to find out any more. Are you going to keep moving, or are you going to stop?
Orin's gonna ask Dacklish if she can get he can get closer and listen and see what he can figure out whether we need to avoid them or.
All right, give me some sneaky rolls, Dacklish, if they send you off.
Oh, that's the hearing. Let's see. Move silently. Is that the one I would go for?
Yes. All right. For that hearing, as you approach.
And move silently is
All
also
right.
good.
You get up close, and you can see that this is a hunting camp. They've got what look like a couple of boars hung up. That one of them is in the process of dressing. Most of them have spears and bows. They're dressed in leather and furs. Look like a human hunting party.
Okay, I'll go back and tell the guys that it's just hunters hunting. Relay what I saw. The pigs, the fire.
Yep, not
Didn't
all.
look like anything. I mean, do you want to talk to them or Oren must
They're
be
right
out
off
in
the side of the
woods.
road. If you continue on the road, they will see you. They don't look like they don't appear to, be a threat. Like I said, they're armed with hunting weapons, bows and spears.
Gordon's thinking, well, they said they got boar. We know where more boar is. We could head them in the right direction and maybe barter, get some more supplies for the road after Sinsich.
You do realize you'll be sending them in the direction of the goblins.
They appear to be
a hunting party.
Dacklish, you can see that they are on alert. Like 4 of them are actively on guard with spears and torches at the ready because they can hear the goblin drums too.
Okay.
So, yeah, they know goblins are out there. So do you guys want to approach them? Do you want to pass? Do you just want to wait?
My suggestion is to see if maybe we can get some rations for the road from them. Either buy them or trade for info or something. We don't need weapons. We don't need...
Okay.
I doubt they'll sell us a horse.
They don't have any horses. They're hunters. They're on foot. They probably have some dogs. In fact, I would say yes. They probably have 4 dogs. They might sell you a dog.
Ooh, that could be handy.
Most of you couldn't ride dogs, but Dacklish could.
How big are these damn dogs? She's 3 foot tall, isn't she?
Yeah, they're big hunting dogs, mastiffs.
Mm.
That's it. All right. Well, then I guess we're gonna go talk to him. Is that what we're doing?
I'm throwing it out. It's up to the group. It's a group decision.
And by the way, I'm 3'4". I'm not even 4 feet tall. I'm a tiny little.
Well, 3 foot still big
I
for a
suppose
dog.
we could see. I suppose we could use some information about the live town.
Yeah, what's going on, and if there's anything going on in town, sure. All right, so Dacklish, taking that as a cue, volunteers to lead the way, and as I head towards them, I'm gonna make noise and say and announce myself. Oh, there, hunting party!
I'm sure the wagon's making enough noise for us.
Oh, the wagon's making enough. The lead hunter, an older woman, she had black hair with gray streaks in it. She will say, "Welcome, little sir. It's odd to find one such as you out in the wilderness at night."
We are I'm sure you hear those drums behind us. We want nothing to do with the goblins, so we are making haste to Sinsich.
So, yeah, we heard the drums. You think the goblins are coming this way?
Most assuredly, they've been getting closer. We've come from the back road from Aubrey Castle here, and they're definitely getting closer every night. So tonight we decided to drive through.
All right. Now that you've gotten closer, the rest of you approach as well?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. You can see as you get closer that this camp is not undefended. It's in a little copse of trees, and you can see that there are a number of what could only be considered, spiked barricades laying on the ground that, with a pull of a rope could, bring up a palisade, a spiked palisade. So it looks like they've got this camp set up to receive an attack. Yeah, we've been hearing the goblin drums for a couple of days. We're ready for them. Let them come.
That's good.
How long do you plan on keeping this camp? You're from Sinsich?
Yes, we're from Sinsich. We move our camp every 2 or 3 days, hunt the area, and move on.
Got
Or
yourself
let them
some
know that about the pack
fine
of boars
boar
we
there.
passed.
Boars are good eating. But that was 2 days back? Yes.
Unfortunately, it's right about where the goblins would be about now.
Yeah, I'm sure that the goblins probably lost a few to the
chased
boars. Boars are tough.
Boars may have-
Boars are scary. Yeah, that would have been probably a way worse fight than the wolves. And yes, wolves are scary enough.
A nice tamed boar would have made a fine mount. We fought some wolves. They killed my horse. 'Tis a sad day.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Wolves are tricky. That's what our defenses are against, but it'll work on gobos too. And
you've got yourself a fine amount of meat,
meat.
here. The boar meat. Would you be willing to trade or sell any?
absolutely, that's what we do.
That's what you do.
They can sell you dried rations, and they will sell them to you at half of the player's handbook value because you gave them information on the goblins.
Can we trade them Hussick for some, or?
Up to you, but you can. they've got.
Oh, we've got beer. How much beer?
Ooh,
Are
they would
Starts
definitely.
Some dwarven beer?
I wanted fair and square.
It is his beer.
It is his beer. Yeah, I mean, the party's got plenty of gold, so I think that would be a fine idea. Say, fine canines you have here. Don't suppose you'd be willing to part with one of them, as I rub one of them on the head and snuggle its face.
Were they broken to the saddle?
No.
He says
No.
that jokingly, looking at Daclus.
But I don't know if let me look and see if the player's handbook actually gives me a price on dogs.
Dog.
I think it'd be listed under hunting dog or.
Dog.
Yeah.
Nadia says, I don't
Dog
mind
hunting.
Daclus riding with me. It is no burden.
Aw. I think it'd be good to have a buddy. Faithful.
You guys
hon,
are such a
faithful
cute
hon.
couple.
Mm-hmm. Can't find the only instance I find of dog in the handbook is spells. How much is a horse?
Dog would be less than a horse.
Right.
You know?
Where's the equipment? Equipment is this page. Oh, my PDF is older.
We'll say he will sell you a dog for 10 gold pieces.
Is he? He's trained?
He is a trained hunting dog. He knows, he knows track. He can track things by scent, and he knows fetch to fetch birds.
Okay. He knows track and fetch. All
Yeah,
right.
if you give him a sample of a scent, he can follow it.
That's fantastic.
If you kill something, he will go and bring it back. That's the limit of his fetch. Shoot a bird with an arrow, he goes and finds a bird and brings it back to you. Bird dog.
Do they have a walrus? We can get one for 350 gold.
Goo goo gajoo.
Yeah.
Well, where are you going to get enough fish to feed it?
I'm not even sure why a walrus is in there.
I don't know. But, guys, we have come to the end of our day. And it is, I think, time. It looks like Blue Box is just going live. They are live. So let's
Good.
start setting up our raid out. Let me
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for showing up, Tracy.
It's always fun. Thanks everybody for coming out.
I've literally been up since 6:45. That's so silly.
It's 11 o'clock here. I got up at 4.
Ugh.
Well, I get up at 4 on most work days anyways. So
I'm up at 4.
So I'm on that cycle. If I get to stay in, if I sleep till 6, that's sleeping in for me. Anyways, let me first set up the raid.
We'll definitely get the dog. And after we go offline, you have to tell us how much meat they had for us to buy.
As much as you want to buy. They've got a bunch. All right. We have the raid set up.
Warren looks at Hussuk. That beer will buy a lot of food.
But that beer also will fill me.
All right. Well, thank everybody for coming out. Thank my players for dealing with my little bit of insanity here. I'm having fun with it. I hope you guys are. Our raid is ready. Everybody say goodbye, Twitch, and Trollza out there in Trollland for everybody. We will see you next time, and I'm gonna press the little button and go to our outro screen, and then we are gone. Have a good night, y'all.
Press the button. Press the button. Any day now. Here.
The timer's going down.
I'm gonna say, hold on. I'm gonna say, let's go to the After Winter Dark box. Box set.
She's beautiful.
It's got the map on it.
She's gorgeous.
Yes. All right. So when you
Puts a
pop
tear in
this
my
guy
eye.
open, thank you, Trollord Games. And have they rated in yet? 'Cause I would. Yeah. There we go. Trollord. Hello.
Hey.
We're talking about you guys. Thank
Their
you so much
ears were
for the
burning.
raid TLG.
It's a beautiful box set.
It is a
Well, so within
All right.
this really fun
I had no idea how today's session was going to go. That was totally off the cuff.
I tried.
Hey,
I thought it
sometimes-
went great.
Sometimes my best sessions are the ones where I have absolutely no plan.
If I recall, isn't that
You know, I just come up with, have a bunch of encounters ready, have a few maps ready, and just kind of wing it. And we actually didn't get as far as I expected because of Rob's excellent encounter rolling.
Dark set, it is super
You're welcome.
Look at those flags.
Well, you know, it breaks up the monotony of safe travel for days and days and days. So.
That and
Yeah.
you know, random encounters are a time-honored part of D&D. It's you
Yeah,
know,
I
have
don't
set
think we should be on
encounters that
any kind of
happen when they do.
timeline.
No, you guys. Like I said, you know, I'll push you in a direction for a story, but I won't. I'll try not to railroad you. If you guys decide that you want to do something that I totally didn't expect, I got to roll with it.
So did you not expect us to go to Sinsich?
No, I did not expect you to go to Sinsich. I did not expect you to even consider turning around and not going to Cass 11. There were things there are things waiting on the road for you at Cass 11, on the way to Cass 11, that you have now avoided. There are encounters that aren't going to happen now because you weren't where they expected you to be. And so, you know.
That's right. That's right.
But I
Outsmart
tend to have things going on constantly. So if, you know, you guys don't arrive in Cass 11, there are certain events that are going to happen in a certain order, whether you're there or not. And so, you know, exactly how it is when you get to Cass 11 might be a little bit different than I had planned. The bad guys are doing their thing, and
right. It could go worse for us, right? Their little cult thing could spread.
I just want to know who wants Vig and for what purpose.
yeah, it's interesting that a lot of people seem to be really
Vig's
interested
sounding more
in.
and more like a puppet than the puppet master.
I think you're starting to get a clue. Vig is. I'm going to give you guys, as players, a little bit of. Let me find Vig here. Vig the Deceiver is wanted for. He was involved in a swindle of a whole bunch of nobles in the capital city. And unfortunately, he is the one whose name got attached to the scam, even though a bunch of people were involved. And so he's got an outsized reputation. He's been built up to be this criminal mastermind when he's really, you know, you don't
So he's
seem
Lee
all that.
Harvey Oswald.
No,
Are you saying
he's more like Ben Kingsley's character in the third Iron Man movie.
A Mandarin?
Yes, he's really kind of a doofus that is thought to be this criminal mastermind and has gotten himself in with some bad people.
But does he believe he's the criminal mastermind?
I don't know. You haven't spoken to him.
The Mandarin.
He knows all kinds
knew
of
he was
things.
just an actor.
It's like gorgeous.
Yes,
Would you like to hold one? No, I would not.
he knew he was an actor, but no, this I would put it on the same level though. You know, Vig probably knows a lot and could probably fill you in on a lot if you could trust somebody whose surname is the Deceiver.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen,
Yeah,
we call it. Nadia has everything she needs from Vig, and that's his spell book, which
and that's
costing me gold, but you know, transcribing spells.
You see, it's been 7 days. You should have a couple transcribed by now, right? Was
Yep,
it 1 day per spell level?
I think that's what we're going with. I've transcribed. I think I've transcribed 3 of the spells.
Okay. Just want to make sure you were still on
Mostly
that.
because I think it's 100 gold per spell level. Well,
Now, yeah, bear in mind, learning the spell, you don't necessarily have to transcribe it out of that book. You can learn the spell and just use that spell book.
yeah, but I want to have it in more than one place.
Yes, I don't blame you. Because, you know, just like I will kill your horse, I will burn up your spell book too.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
In first edition D&D, there were saving throws for items. And the way I worked it is if you as a player character fail your save against, say, Fireball, then you make another save and compare it to all your items and see which items made it or
See how
not.
big of a pile of ash you make.
Yes.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, later editions of D&D did away with that. But like I said, it's only, if you fail your saving throw, but if your backpack makes a saving throw, everything inside the backpack made it saving throw. So when you guys are storing things on your character sheet, make sure you're kind of specific about where it is stored, because you never know. Where you have something stored could determine whether or not, thieves could pickpocket you. If you have it on your character sheet, but it's not specified where it's at, then I'm going to assume that it could be in a vulnerable place.
Oh, I think that I have effects. No, where's my character sheet? Characters. No, how do I get there?
Oh, it's like you got enough ribs for everyone there? Or? Oh, wings, whatever.
Wings.
Wings.
No, not really.
I'm excited about getting into Sin Sitch with all of my things to sell, because I have more things to sell.
This would be the first place, really. This is the first real city you have been to. Like I said, the castles are civilized, but outside the castle, there's like a small town that crops up. But, you guys are on the edge of the whole Sin Sitch area.
Living on the edge.
So imagine, am I right in my thinking that bringing things that I have pickpocketed, that I have, gently lifted, to the Thieves Guild for whatever, selling, that works better for me with reputation with the Thieves Guild, right?
So, since Hussick won't be here next week, this will be the week for Tracy to do her one shot. She spends all day running around the city while we stand outside watching Gig, waiting for the goblins.
The next day, the next session will be mostly exploring the city of Sin Sitch. I've studied up a little bit on it. I've got a couple of city maps, so.
Oh, great. Yeah, I imagine it'll be me and Nadia. Nadia dressed or looking like a boy, so we'll just look like two boys. I can even try to kidify myself, and we'll just look like a couple of boys running around the town. Nobody will notice us.
But you were right in that the goblins will not follow you into a city. In fact, one thing you guys will notice is the next day, as you start moving towards the city, you'll start seeing the roads patrolled. Then that within Castle 11 too, within a day they patrol the roads. So this is standard.
I was kind of hoping, since you said there were farms and things around the outskirts, that
there are.
We could find a farmsteader that would let us park our wagon and kind of make camp behind a barn or something. And
you could.
Well, yeah,
that was absolutely a possibility. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe even pull the wagon into the barn so nobody sees that you have.
I wouldn't want to do that in case the goblins decide to attack. I wouldn't want their stuff to get damaged. You know what I'm saying? But keep the wagon behind a barn so the goblins don't see it.
Well, you don't want anybody else to see that we've got Vig, right?
Yeah. But behind a barn's one thing. Inside the barn, then you're risking the farmer's property. You know what I'm saying? Robert, stop drooling.
You watching that dragon be unboxed?
Yeah, he is.
That's pretty nice, isn't it?
He's like a kid in a candy shop over there. He's like, take the plastic. Get the peanuts out of the way. I want to see.
I've got so many things that I need to assemble and paint. I've got 2 Kickstarters still coming in sometime in the next year. I'm going to have somewhere in the area of 900 minis.
Wow, look at that.
That is really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda painted that.
Amanda did.
Amanda's got some serious painting skills. I mean,
Back when I had eyes, I was a decent painter. Not great, but decent.
The funny thing is, I've got the patience for it now, but my eyesight and the steadiness of my hands has failed me.
My hands
still
are
at the
still
not
pretty
great
steady,
stage.
but my eyesight is poor. I'd have to have some sort of something to magnify it.
I do have magnifying glasses, but now for like the finer details, my hands are
Yeah.
not nearly as steady as I want them to be.
It's not that mine aren't steady. Mine do this every now and then. It's like, okay. He went
But
from a human to a
there's a bit
lizard
of
eye.
unsteadiness in there.
How many of us own Tailspire?
I do.
I do, but I've had it since beta, and I have like not really touched it.
I played in a game that used it for a while. Now that Hosik's back, I'll ask Remon, do you have Tailspire?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, we'll have
By
to.
the way, I think I still have like 4 free licenses that because I haven't been able to give them away to anyone because nobody's interested.
I actually, I have been working on a dungeon once you guys finally get to the actual real dungeon. Because there's some stuff out there. But I'd like to incorporate Tailspire at some point into a couple of things because it's really cool visual. There's another new tabletop that is coming out, but it's not released yet. But it's supposed to be an augmented reality one. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. You know,
Which-
I'm at the point where I haven't been nearly as impressed. Tailspire is good, mostly because it has a lot of support and there's a lot of people making stuff for it. Though showing Tailspire off on stream is tricky
It is.
because you got to get used to showing the right angles, and such, and then you'll have to keep like switching the perspective so that people can see the various things. It's going to
Well,
be
one thing-
it'll be a lot of work on your end for